All right, guys, welcome back to business. It's Dope Check episode number 36. The game of Black Ops 6 is just about to arrive. It's been a difficult couple of weeks in the COD scene. It's always how it is in October. Nothing really happens, but there's been some good drama. The OpTic Legacy game happens. The OpTic boys given their perspective as well on a number of these CDL teams that have been confirmed over the last few days. Not especially impressed, it seems. But also, just a couple of hours ago, as we're going live on Twitch here to record this episode of Dope Check, the CDL schedule in lots of its entirety has seemingly been leaked. Lots as ever to talk about today. We're back with the boys going to the upcoming season. Gentlemen, how are we doing? Ace, you're looking smiley as ever. Brand new location. We're going to go in that order today. How's it going, my friend?
Absolutely fantastic. I am in another location. This is the Abedi Institute, the famous Abedi Institute, as we have heard about. Again, I'm excited to talk COD, only 1 week away from Black Ops 6. So excited for the game. Excited to get back into the Call of Duty kind of action, the drama, everything else. Wow. And the majors got leaked today. A lot to talk about, a lot to get into, and I'm ready to talk with the boys. Trey, how you feeling?
Fantastic, just took a little break from the gaming space, gaming world for a few days, a couple alcoholic beverages, a couple link ups with Rab, you know how it is. Before we get the season started, the game comes out in just under a week now, I'm pretty sure. So, a lot to talk about, a lot to go over. Yeah, and we got some pretty interesting news about the majors that are happening or the locations. So I'm just looking forward to get talking to it. A couple rosters dropped as well that we kind of already went over anyway, but we can go over them even more now that it's all been confirmed or whatever. Oh, those good looking gentlemen, by the way, seriously, wow.
I don't know. Let's just crack right on, boys. I think it's time to go. We're going to begin right about here with the CDL schedule because this has been rumored for some time. We always get it around about this point in October. They usually say something about where the season or when the season is actually going to start. And that seemingly is where we find ourselves this time around, with the CDL season apparently kicking off with Major 1 in Barcelona. Now, there were various rumours on this over the last couple of months. There were rumours that, the league's going to start super early this year, like it's going to be better than ever. Back to a December event. Because the reality is in the CDL, or in even the CWL, the events either happen early to mid-December, or it's like late January. There's really no in between. It's either you get the season cracking straight on with a kickoff early December, and then Christmas happens, and if you can't get that to work, then it always happens like end of January, start of February, because then you've got to build up after Christmas, people have got to come back, whatever. So that was a possibility. There were rumours about potential other cities. I think even apparently shots even mentioned on stream that like Anaheim or Vegas were in the conversation. Even last year, you guys might remember when Atlanta was meant to be a host, well, not a host city, but like DreamHack Atlanta was, I think, happening, and they were going to partner with that. So it wasn't going to be a phase event, but it was going to be like, effectively the kickoff would have been hosted alongside other things as well. Maybe that was in the works for this year, but it apparently has never happened. So, but this is sensational as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, Ace, what are your thoughts? And then my fellow European brother can give his thoughts.
I'm excited for the CDL to get international again. Let's get us back to Europe. Let's get us to Canada. Let's get us to the United States. It is kind of sad that we didn't get to see an Anaheim event. That's one that I heard the rumor of as well, that was in the talks. For whatever reason, it didn't happen. And you mentioned, again, maybe it's partially a collab thing like DreamHack. I know the Miami event was supposed to be part of a bigger event that fell through as well. I'm excited, man. I love that we got the leak right before the show today. We get to talk about this, get into it a little bit, but the list looks good, right? We see Miami, Dallas, Toronto, Barcelona, and then we still don't know champs or, 4 events plus champs. Sad that we're not getting the 5th event, but I think it's a good, diverse set of locations. I'm happy. I'm excited, and hopefully we get to see all of our beautiful faces at these events this year.
Listen, I've never been to Spain before. Which
You're
is kind of crazy,
time,
right? When you think about it, like, it's kind of crazy that I've never been to Spain before. But I'm thinking, quick takeover in Barcelona from the boys. Who says no? No one would take over for a little bit. And then, I see people in the chat saying, like, is this Heretics hosting this or something like that? It would be Toronto, because I'm pretty sure they're owned by a Spanish organization, or, like, the majority of it is Spanish. And then obviously there's a Miami event, which would be hosted by Miami, So it's like I said, it's nice to see some international presence. It's it got boring just keep going to the US every single time. Rab, we do these 10-hour flights every single time, man. It's going to be nice to just sit on a plane for an hour and just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Whilst all these morons have to do a quick 12-hour stint, me and you are going to be sitting on Ryanair, sipping the finest of champagnes, Evian water, and then it's going to be great. And just for it being major one as well, like, wow, it doesn't get better unless the only thing that could get better is if it was a bit more sunny, because it's going to be like winter time. But go and talk about the dates as well. I did hear that it was supposed to start in December, but I don't think it is anymore, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, there's no like confirms or anything like that, but I did hear that it was supposed to start earlier this year, but then it's just not. I think it's going to be a January start again.
I can't wait to see all the fans from France, the UK, the Spanish scene is massive actually. Spanish video game scene, esports scene, battle royale scene, all that is huge. So I think Barcelona is actually probably, if I had to guess, I'm gonna assume besides champs, Barcelona probably the most packed and quickest sold out event of the entire year.
I was in Barcelona this year at the start of March. It was actually very pleasant. So 5-6 weeks earlier than that. Got to see the city, see the sights. The Americans, by the way, it's going to be mind-blowing. These Americans are going to come over to Europe, especially the guys that haven't done so before. And they're just going to be like, the culture that they just don't have where they're from is just going to hit them like a ton of bricks. It's going to be out of control, Ace. But it's a nice city, Barca, no doubt about it. It's a beautiful place. Obviously, we've got the, the Basilica de la Sagrada Familia here in the foreground. That is definitely worth a visit if you guys are going. So yeah, got to spend a few days there this year. And yeah, Trey, just hop on a Vueling. I think Vueling, EasyJet, maybe Ryanair, but I was on one of those flights out there. Nice and pleasant.
Yeah, no,
couple hours.
I'm thinking we go big for this one.
We're thinking private jet.
I'm thinking PJ. We got the budget this year. Rob, talk to me.
Yeah, no, I'll speak to my people. But it's going to be incredible going to an event that I can fly from Manchester Airport and it takes 1 hour 30 on the plane. Oh, it's going to be glorious.
We should just get a boat.
Yeah, honestly. Probably still be quicker than flying out from LA or something. So yeah, okay, the Americans have to fly over, but I think this is great for the scene, right? I mean, we talked about it with Falcons coming into the league, signing a Saudi team. Obviously, it's always going to be controversial on some level, but at the end of the day, this is what we want the league to be, right? In an ideal world, we have events all around the world. We've talked about it, what if we could do a Sydney event again? Because unfortunately, the APAC scene's kind of dying out, but we used to have a couple of events over there every so often. It would be cool to see. Obviously, a UK event I'd love to have, but at this one, I'll take anything in Europe. So it seems it's going to be probably Toronto, KOI, Mad Lions, whatever, that are going to kind of put on this event. Because I think Adam Adamu, the CEO over there, he mentioned this earlier this season, that doing an event in Europe was on the cards for them, was a possibility. So I'm guessing that's this, because, I mean, Miami, Heretics, they're presumably doing their one there again. Hopefully not exactly the same as it was this year, but, whatever. But it's going to be great. I think the other question then is, what about the other cities? And what is going on with this Chicago event? Because there was this rumor that came out that there's potentially a 5th event in Chicago. So we're seeing Miami, which of course they did one this year. Then Dallas, of course they did one this year. OpTic have done one, quite a lot over the last few years. It shouldn't be a massive surprise. They've got another one in the works. And it also isn't a great look for FaZe again. I know people have been talking about this. But, because FaZe haven't run an event since MW19 in Atlanta, despite being one of the best teams. Thieves, I know that Nadeshot talked about it, but was we don't have the bread for that because it was spent it all higher in the roster. But yeah, what are your thoughts on these other cities, Ace?
A little shocked about Chicago. Some people in the chat are saying that Chicago may be an OpTic one, but I mean, OpTic doesn't really hold any ties to Chicago any longer. I mean, they're all based out of Dallas, and they've been there all year. There's no indication of a Chicago event, unless that's a champs event, which is kind of a neutral ground event, which would make a lot of sense. I don't remember any CDL event or CWL event that's been in Chicago before. It's a city I've never been to, and I've always thought, it's one of the major cities in the United States that we haven't really seen any any esports events really go over there. So I'm excited if Chicago does become a reality, whether it's for Major 5 or for champs. I would love to see some new cities get thrown into the rotations that we haven't seen before. And on top of that, I mean, I don't want to be a hater, but I'm going to be a top dog hater right now. I'm surprised Miami's getting another shot at running an event, because by far, if anyone went to the Miami event last year, it was last minute clearly, and how it was put together, it was very lackluster. So I don't know if it indicates people not wanting to run events, so Miami just by default gets an event back and goes, fuck it, we'll do it again. Or is it kind of a redemption arc for them, and we're going to do a Miami event part 2 without players getting shot at, and have a decent event actually in actual Miami, or not in Fort Lauderdale, hopefully. I'm very curious about how those politics happen behind the scenes.
I ain't going to Miami. It's not. It's not.
If it ain't actually yeah, I mean, we didn't go this year, Trey. We had a very good decision not to go to that event this year.
Oh, stellar decision.
It was like
that was your decision of the year. No bullshit.
And I'm keen to make an executive decision 5 months prior too. We ain't going. I didn't mind doing the shows from home. It was great. I didn't get shot at. The event weren't asked for me. Guess what? Because I didn't watch it and I didn't look at it. The only thing I watched was Ace walking around on his mobile phone in his single PC setup getting I will say, I feel like it was both things what you said. I think they both come into play. Ace is one, they got a second chance, and two, no one wants to host events. They're too expensive. I think if you offered a team to host an event out at the MLG studio in Columbus, they would, just because of the cost prices to run an event is insane. I think we got to give props to all the teams that do host events, because let's be real, we all know they lose money from it, like realistically. So we got to give props to all these events. Even Miami last year, the event sucked, but at least they,
it was better than Major 4, I guess, right? Better than what Charlotte did.
Regardless of how bad the event is, at least they're going out their own way to put their own money in it, and definitely not make any money back. So we got to give props there. But is there a fifth event in Chicago? Is it Champs in Chicago? Is Champs going to be in the Las Vegas Sphere hosted by Falcons? Possibilities are endless. I think if there is 5 events this year plus Champs, I think we've got to give props to the CDL for bringing back more events. Maybe the prize pool gets changed. Maybe we've lost some money there, but I don't know. This year is shaping up to be one of the best years in CDL, and I think we've all got to look forward to it, regardless of how bad the CDL's treated us in the past 4 years. I think we've got to look at it now and be like, this is their last chance, because in my opinion, this is the last year of the league. I think personally, I don't see there being a CDL after this year. And I think this is the last year where they go out with a bang.
That's a hot take. That's a super hot take. Not gonna lie, Trey. But I will ask one. I had a question before, but now you brought that up. So one, why do you think it's the last year of the league, or why are you hearing some things that we're not hearing? Secondly, is where was your favorite place that Champs was held? So that you've been to.
Favorite place Champs was held?
Don't ignore the first question. All right, answer that Champs one, then get to the other question. You dropped a little bit of a banger there, so I'm not letting you get away from it.
Listen, if it ain't this year, it's 1,000,000% next year. Let me tell you that, because listen, we're seeing Adam Moo just type on Twitter that they've gone over budget again.
Yeah.
These orgs ain't gonna compete putting these money in, man. They ain't making them back. So, that's the only reason I say it.
Why are you giggling at
but realistically, best place for Champs. Listen, I don't think it gets better than Vegas because there's so much to do. I say so much to do. Everyone just fucking gambles, but it's nice. I don't like Texas. I feel like Texas is a boring place for Champs regardless. I think OpTic hosted a good Champs, but I think it's boring.
The venue was insane, but it was only the venue that was insane.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. That's a good point.
LA, I think LA sucks. Respectfully.
Fuck. I feel like LA's been some of the better, not the better events, but when you come out of an event, at least in LA, Anaheim, or the LA events that are in the past, like at USC, the Galen Center and stuff, you at least had a lot to do. You get what I'm saying? Whereas in Dallas, which was Allen, Texas, when you come out, there's not much to do. So I feel like that's one consideration for LA. I'm gonna stand behind. Damn.
Toronto would be a fire champs location.
But we are getting Toronto during the year. So
I know. I'm trying to think about where the best champs have been.
I
trying
would
to
just
think
run
where
it in
else we've had
London, to
champs.
be honest.
Well,
But
yeah, no, that would be the best place. I'm trying
I
to
mean,
think
Champs
where,
was
like,
in Orlando one year in 2017.
Oh yeah, the Florida ones. That's true. Florida's not bad, except Orlando right now is I think Orlando's part of the hurricane issue, so I don't know if we're gonna get anything really in Florida besides anywhere Tampa, Orlando. I don't think it's gonna happen. Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think where all the champs have been held. We've had Vegas, we've had LA, we've had LA a few times.
I think I'd run back
yeah,
to
LA
Vegas champs. I've
times.
never been to Vegas, so
I think
Vegas.
I think Vegas or LA is the best ones, man. That's what I think.
How the fuck have you never been to Vegas?
So I haven't actually been that many places in the States. It's mostly been the last couple of years. So I need to lock in a Vegas trip this year for champs. So I'm gonna speak to my boy Daniel Say. I think honestly, to the credit of Daniel and the team at the league, if they actually do, we've got to make like some steps forward this year, I think. And I semi-agree with Trey that I think the league is going to look less and less like the 2019 first vision of the CDL over time. It may still be called the CDL, but it will look less and less like the CDL over the next few years. And that's probably set to continue. But we just need 1 year where something is better than the previous year. Like, the only thing that was better this year than last year was, like, that we had the World Cup as well. Like, we had an additional event. Like, we need to get something else, which I think is the hope. Because that's the question here, right? Is Chicago another city, as in 5, as in 4+ champs, and therefore one of the other cities is going to host champs again? It's not going to be Miami, let's be honest. Like, they're going to probably run another event, try and collab with someone and make it work reasonably cost efficiently. But fair enough, actually stepping up to the plate, because most organizations don't want to try. But they're probably going to do a better job than last year, hopefully a significantly better job. Toronto always do a killer job. And Toronto, like I mentioned in a video the other day, they have so many partners that, because they're like the premier org in Canada, they have banks, they have all sorts of sponsors. Like, they can actually make it, they can at least break even, I think. So I'm not surprised they might be running 2 events this year.
I mean, listen, imagine, we get Barcelona, Miami, Dallas, Toronto, Chicago, champs, and then EWC. Imagine.
I mean, it would be like, I can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, I mean, like, people keep forgetting that we do have the EWC is going to be there for another 2 years at least. So that's why when Trey says that he thinks the league is going to be gone after this year or next year, I actually can't. I don't really imagine so. Just because if EWC signing a contract to go on for 3 more years, I feel like that's with a sense of knowledge, at least, that there's going to be some competitive professional league continuing on.
Yeah, no, that don't mean I think the COD's gonna die. I think the CDL model will die.
I understand what you're saying. Okay, you're saying specific.
I'm not saying Simp and Abizi are gonna be out of a job this year. I'm saying, like, we're either gonna reform back to a different format, or like Rab saying, the CDL continues on, but nothing like we've seen it before.
Got it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get a reformatting, because that would be, I feel like that's what everyone's been waiting for, to be honest. Years and years to come.
Yeah, this is interesting. Like, as you say, I'd like a world where we have Barcelona, Miami, Dallas, Toronto, Chicago, and then, like, because I think the Falcons, I mean, if there was one org that I kind of thought would host an event this year, it might have been them, just because they decided not to spend big this year coming in. Okay, obviously they've bought out an org.
Sense for them to host champs, though.
That's what I'm saying. It makes way too much sense.
Like, it just makes so much sense for them to go, you know what, we won't bust a bunch of cash on this fucking, on a Unreal roster. We'll just chill out in the CDL for a year. We'll be the dogs bollocks at champs and just look like the fucking dons. And then we'll take them to Saudi. We'll go Riyadh again, Put everyone in the Fairmont. And listen, we're going to treat everyone the best they've ever been treated for the next 3 months.
Their team won't be at champs, though. Yeah, I don't know. Pogba probably ain't wrong, but also maybe Maybe I just have a talk with the league and I say, all right, this year, 12 teams at champs, run it up.
Yeah, no, they just go, listen, we'll give you 15 mil. Our team gets first seed at champs, though. And Daniel Cisse sat there like,
Well, sounds good
I
to
like
me.
that.
I like that.
I like that, yeah.
You guys know what hungry hippos are? You know what those
Special
are?
economic exemption.
What, the game where you got to get the
Yeah.
balls and shit? Yeah,
If they
yeah.
offered a 15 million, every CDL team would be doing hungry hippos towards that money. Yep. Need that shit. It would happen instantly. But
Someone said, I hope EWC happens before champs. I don't think EWC happens before champs ever. I don't think the league would allow it.
no, it has Sub. It has to happen after. It will
Yeah.
always happen after.
I don't know if
Because
that's
the
100%
league-
guaranteed, but go on.
I think the league have to give them the rights to the league teams, though.
Yeah, the league have to agree because that's why COD wasn't there for Gamers 8 before. Only this year is the first time.
And that's
it
what I'm
happened.
saying. I think
But if I'm the league, I
EWC
actually
would-
want champs to be last. I want, like, okay, my hypothetical world, I'm having Major 5 in May. I'm running... Actually, what am I doing? I'm having Major 5 in June. I'm letting EWC be ran first weekend of July. And then I'm running champs in August. That's what I'm doing. Because the EWC is like a fucking 7-8 week event. So I think the players would prefer that. And I feel like it keeps champs being the most prestigious if it's always last.
Yeah, but I think EWC is gonna be selfish and be like,
No,
They're doing it, yeah.
we won the last one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I brought this up when we had this conversation before because this was a deep conversation on Twitter, on Reddit, and everything else. But it's almost like the Olympics, right? You have NBA champs, you have all that happening, and then during the off season they do this international tournament. They do this international thing. It is straight up just the CDL teams playing in another tournament, so it's not really international in that sense, except for Team Falcons this year. And I guess like one challenger, or was it one challengers team? But just how they imagine it happening and how it goes with any international event, it's going to be after the league happens. So I think purposefully, and even when we look at the Olympic example, you're going to see that EWC is always going to happen after the finish of a league. Does that hurt its legitimacy a little bit in the exact COD sense? Sure, a little bit. It is a little bit of a fugazi event, but that's just that's how the cookie crumbles. It's more money for the players. It's something for us to watch, something for us to go to and enjoy. Fuck it, I'll take it. It is what it is.
Mainly the last one.
Mainly the last one, though. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, last one. Yeah, that was fucking mint, man.
Riyadh was unbelievable, but yeah.
No, it really was. Like, I want to make sure we get to go back there again. And I think it's only going to get bigger and better as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
seeing this tweet as well,
You think we're going to get some crybaby cheese in?
Oh, there's always crybaby cheeses. I think the only person that can cry in this situation, respectfully, is Rafi from Omit. Because let me tell you, I'm pretty sure he's got 2 teams again this year, and this guy is continuing to support the EU and NA region with his teams, sending them fully funded, everything like that. I think if anyone's going to complain about flight prices or anything like this, that guy right there, Rafi. He continues to support the scene, no matter if he loses money, makes money. He doesn't care as long as the scene is, filled with, players that can go to these events. He's still supplying people's dreams and hopes to become a pro. And, there's no other person I'd rather want, on the forefront of that, I think he's the only one that can complain. And, it's the same as the CDL teams. Everyone wants events in a different country. And then everyone's like, whoa, chill the fuck out there. 2K a flight, you're fucking mental, ain't you? Nah, listen, if you want the scene to grow, that's what you got to do. And, there's only a few orgs in the scene, especially in the challenger scene, that would do that. But Rafi is definitely, if you're an org owner in challenges and you don't, you care about money, but, you're going at a loss, just text Rafi. I'm sure he'll put you in a place where you're like, shit, all right, we're doing it for the love of the game.
Side note, I had a separate thought. Do we possibly think that LA team moving to Dallas may have chalked up the possibility of an LA Anaheim event? Because they already spent so much money on their squad. You get what I'm saying? Like they already overspent.
I think it was the team that chalked the possibilities of having that event.
Okay.
I think it was either the God Squad that they have, or the event, or the people they had before. Maybe one change with an event.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I was thinking. LAT
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
was supposed to be the host of this Anaheim event, but now that they have a new team, overspent, and they are not in LA anymore, I feel like logistically and financially, it's probably a terrible decision to throw an event for them and fly them all back and all this and house them and X, Y, Z. So
They also probably wasn't. Nature probably wasn't expecting them to go as well. Like, yeah, we'll sign for you if you move us to Dallas.
yeah, for sure. I feel
You
like
know,
that has to be a factor here.
and then especially when he moved there as well, I feel like, listen, I'll be real. If you're in LA, if you live in LA, I don't think you're gonna get an LA event unless it's a neutral champs really anymore. Because I don't really think LA Thieves is LA Thieves anymore. They're more like the Dallas Thieves. You know, everyone's moving to Dallas. There ain't, there's no proper LA representation. Like, yeah, they're still signed there, but I don't really see there being an LA event unless it's champs.
And
Yeah,
also,
I mean,
Gentle
I
Mates, like,
definitely agree.
where are they? I guess technically they're going to represent LA, but if they were ever going to run an event, they would not do it in LA. They
It
would
would
do
be
it back
France.
in France somewhere, right?
Yeah. I
So,
mean, you'd be so stupid if you're Gataga to go, yeah, we'll go LA, motherfucker. Gataga can host an event in France, walk on main stage, and it'd have Paris fucking bumping.
Again,
You
it's
know.
funny. It's funny that we don't do many Euro events, but the Euro events are probably the only CDL events that would be profitable, except for an OpTic Dallas event. Those seats are selling out. Those people are coming
Apart,
in.
apart from London, I feel like a UK event, and Rab, you could probably back me up on this, is probably more costly than a lot of the American events too.
Costly?
it's definitely
Yeah.
possible, yeah. I mean, I think that's one of the key points is like,
I
back
think
before the CDL existed, we used to run events in the middle of nowhere because it was cheaper. And like, since the CDLs come around, we're running them in the big cities that are hella expensive to hire a venue for 3 days, 3, 4, 5 days.
I did hear that London's like costs of like for the London event was near like 2-3 mil.
Really, to run it in the copper box.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you ain't making that money back, to be honest. Like, you got to run it up in Manchester.
I mean that's gonna be fucking expensive too.
Or like, I mean, where do you didn't, obviously we did Birmingham, and then was there those
We're going
local
to
events?
Croatia. Fuck you. We're going to Bulgaria. Let's go. Bulgaria event,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, Bucharest event running up.
We might we might have to go to like we might have to go deeper.
Yeah, it might have to be.
Moscow event.
Yeah, like we might have to go like Kazakhstan or something. We might have to run it up in Kazakhstan, hit the fight, see what fucking big buildings they've got
Yeah,
there.
back to Blackpool. Harrison's right.
Iceland? No, Iceland's gonna be expensive. No, I honestly, genuinely, again, I think just the Euros got a different type of love for it. So the more I love this year's schedule for the sense that we are returning to Europe. We're going to Canada. We're going to Miami. We're going possibly to Chicago. We're going to Dallas. If we just had LA or Vegas, we'd complete basically every coast, West Coast, Central, East Coast, Canada, Europe. We got one everywhere. And then Saudi, then we'd complete kind of like the full world CDL world tour. So get us to the West Coast, baby. Somebody host the West Coast event. In Nevada, Washington, we had Seattle events back in the day. Trey was there. I was there. Get us back to Seattle or something, man. Damn.
I mean, Serge are
Wait,
moving to Vancouver for what reason?
Seattle was beautiful, man.
It's busting in Seattle. It's actually really nice. It's a little cloudy, but it's actually really nice there. Get us back.
Flights are a little bit bumpy as well,
I mean, LA flights are expensive. It doesn't matter where you go, to be honest. Nevada may be a little cheap, but anywhere you go is going to be a little bit expensive. I just think you need to get us somewhere on the West Coast to complete the world tour. But
I think
excited.
I think that's what's different about this year as well. We're actually going to new places.
Yeah.
I feel like we're, obviously everyone loves going to events and whatever like that, but when you're going to the same place every single year,
Yeah, it's like I loved the Boston event for the last couple of years, but I can't say I'm not, a little bit like, all right, I don't have to go to Boston again in January when it's -20. Like, I'll take that. So and it'd be nice to get there in the summer. But I think the idea of having a Chicago event and obviously Barcelona, and I want to be confident that the league can continue to run these events in the bigger cities, right? Because I mean, I don't know how many Chicago events there's ever been in COD. Obviously, famously, there was UMG Chicago, I want to say 2012, which is the Nadeshot versus Scump, or the Nadeshot versus Aches when he got pushed event. Way back, we're talking Black Ops 2, way back in the day. Maybe there's been one more Chicago event since then, but it's pretty rare if it's ever happened in COD. So I'm down to go back there again, obviously. But also, you know, do we have to be going to Columbus or to Raleigh or to, like, you know, the New Orleans event back in the day and stuff like this? Like, New Orleans sounds like a cool city. I'm down to go there. But it's cool that we get Barcelona, right? Like, as in...
This year's schedule is major cities. That's what's beautiful about it.
Yeah.
Miami, Dallas, Toronto, Barcelona, Chicago. That's major cities, bro. Those are big cities. I mean, in reality, is the Miami event going to be Miami or is it going to be Fort Lauderdale?
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, tune in on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. We'll find out. But same time, Chicago. I mean, as the names are there, I like the schedule. I think it's a good spot. If the CDL and these teams can execute along with the revival of COD and this Black Ops 6 environment with a game that's seemingly looks very fun. With Uplink coming back, I know I'm probably jumping ahead a little bit, but with Uplink and certain things coming back, if we can get the CDL side right, I think the game is looking right. I think it could be the perfect combination for a little bit of a, not going to say it's a Black Ops 2 revival, but the beginning of a revival in COD and CDL and competitive Call of Duty.
Look at the optimism on this guy. I think you're kind of faded on the Uplink thing because I think that's next year's game. Let me find that real quick.
Absolutely.
This is the
next one?
Yeah. So the rumor is that next year's COD, so it's Treyarch like version 2. Then it's going to be Uplink and wall jumping is back and Omni movement is a thing. This is just an interesting thing though, right? Because obviously we talk about, do jetpacks ever come back? Are they ever going to run it back with jetpacks? And we'll just move on to some other topics because I think we've discussed the schedule in some depth. The theory was, I remember people saying this in Black Ops 3, that like, did we need both jumping and wall running, or could it have been one or the other, right? Could it have just been Advanced Warfare, where we're talking pure jetpacks and dashing and weird stuff? Or could it just be like allowing wall jump? Because I think the wall running thing was cool, but I think, and I love Black Ops 3, you know, I don't need to talk about that again. But I definitely think a game could work where it's just no jetpacks, but wall running is a thing. Like, that would be very interesting. Go on.
They're bringing it back, baby. Let's go. Wall running, uplink. You look on his back. That looks like some boosters. I'm just gonna say that looks like some boosters.
Okay, you're actually a
Black Ops
donkey.
3.
This is literally, yeah.
That's Black Ops 3.
Shut up, Trey. I'm optimism, okay? All I'm hoping for, man, is they bring something back where you hit some bounce on the ground, do a wall run, bring back some advanced movement. Because I've said this for 10 years, basically 10 years. When we lost advanced movement, we lost the innovation in COD. We all complained to go back to the boring shit, but the fun shit was the crackhead mentality of watching IW, Black Ops 3, AW was locked into our blood at that point. World War II was great. Black Ops 4 was close and great. It was good. They were good games, but we need to get back to we need to compete with Battle Royales and other games that like Apex that have advanced movement. We need to get back to that for COD to become great again. Make COD again. COD great again in 2025. COD 2025, baby.
Where's your hat?
Let's go.
Ace, I think you've
Maca
jumped the gun
hats.
again. You haven't even read what it said. There's no wall running.
Wall jumping. I said we need to get back to some sort of advanced movement.
Motherfucker, I can jump off my wall. It ain't advanced movement.
If the uplink is back, there has to be some sort of jumping, some sort of advanced movement to make it work, right?
You're asking about wall running. There's no wall running. It's just jumping from fucking wall to wall. I can do that. That's not advanced.
Hey Trey, we gotta start from somewhere,
We
okay?
gotta believe,
We
Trey, we gotta believe.
you gotta believe it. Start from somewhere, baby. Okay? We start from a certain place, and then we get to the place where they realize that the advanced move was fun, and hopefully Call of Duty 2026, 27, we get some wall running, we get some jetpacks back, and then COD revives fully. It's all part of the plan, baby. It's all part of the plan. We get all wave omni movement this year. We get wall jumping next year. We get wall running the year after, and then we get full on jetpacks again in 2027. Trey, stop it, bro. You don't know the plan. I know the plan here.
Okay, what I will just jump in and say is that there is a rumor that the Omni movement that Trek are bringing in is going to like be the movement feature in COD from now on. So in the same way that like Infinity Ward came in and they dropped their engine and all the games have been running on the same engine for the last few years, so every game kind of feels like an Infinity Ward game in my opinion. Apparently the new movement that Trek are putting in, like that is going to be the staple, which obviously they can add to, right, like over time, and that's the theory that they're going to take Omni movement to the next level. So whatever that looks like, I think it's inevitable that at some point we do get more advanced movement, even if it's just like Black Ops 4, which is just boots on the grounds, but you move really fast and there's a grapple hook. Like, I'm down for that as well. Something like a little bit more interesting than just standard boots on the ground would be nice, and obviously you'd kind of need that to do uplink, do you not? And that's kind of the exciting thing for me.
I will say the only way I'll be pissed is if there's only a wall jump to get to the uplink spot, and that's the entirety of the wall jumping. That would piss me off entirely. That's like the only time you can do it is just to get to the uplink spot. That's it. That would just be annoying as shit. But yeah,
I'm waiting for the new Battlefield. Get me back to my fucking.
Back to the roots.
That's real war, ladies. That's real war, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, right. I play COD to feel like I'm in a real war.
I play COD to feel upset and angry.
You're playing the right game.
Yeah, you know, I still haven't pre-ordered Black Ops 6. I'll keep it real with you.
Neither have I. I'll be honest. I haven't either.
Nah, I don't think I'm gonna play it on. None of us are going to share even pre-order the new game inside a week.
I don't think I'm even gonna play it like that.
I'll definitely play it. I know I'm gonna get it, but I don't know. I mean, just because of life factors, I don't know if I'm playing that much. But I'm definitely gonna get it just to have it. But yeah,
I've just lost my love for playing it.
Rank doesn't come out until, I mean, I think it was leaked that rank doesn't come out for another like month or something after the game comes out. So I don't even think I'm gonna play until rank comes out. That's the other side of it too. I don't want to play pubs in that game. I'm not gonna waste my time playing pubs.
I mean, I feel like if you gave the pros the option, you know, they'll grind out pubs for a little bit, but pubs will only, you know, the pubs only tickles the pickle for like a week.
I mean, I will hope that there's a revival of the, you know, of the Breaking Point 8s. You know what I'm saying? The BPL comes back. That's what I'm definitely hoping for.
Nah, listen, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think it's there on release, if I'm not mistaken. That's what Lion Man said.
Yeah, I mean, I think I talked to Easy Mac, and he said that he's prepping it for release, prepping it for near release, essentially, to be ready for all the pros to get into 8s and the same system we had last year. Essentially, it's an improved version of that one. So
I'll play that. I'll stream that. I'll play that for sure. But you ain't catching me hopping on fucking 6v6 domination with some worm sliding backwards. You've got no fucking hope. It's not happening.
Shout out Easy Mac though. Shout out Easy Mac and BPL. Of course.
Absolutely killing it for the scene as ever.
Always.
But yeah, back to the trade games. I think that's kind of like the other point is that if they are doing it next year, then like they ain't gonna have changed anything between the beta and the release of this year's game, given they're already probably working on next year's game, right, for this thing. So I think the one concern I got about Black Ops 6 is just the maps. Like, what are the maps gonna look like? Because the beta wasn't exactly great on that front, and there's been a couple of leaks over the last few days as to the new maps, but it's not like they're looking especially promising. So I think that's the key question, but we're gonna see on release what it looks like. And of course, there are rumors that I think it was even Yemen maybe is coming back, and certainly Hacienda was rumored to be coming back. So I'm sure you get buzzed about that, Trey.
Can't wait, you know. Back in my day, we had fucking 8 brand new maps, 4 plus DLC with a zombies map. Listen, we're gonna get these maps, and guess what? What, Yemen's coming back? Oh yeah, that's coming back for 2025 too.
I'm buzzing.
Great. Can't wait. Seriously.
I actually got to. Oh,
Man,
I did not mean to put that there.
I'm such a hater.
This guy's a premium fucking hater. I'm not gonna lie, Trey. You're premium grandpa hate right now, bro.
Yeah, he's actually so jaded, man. This is
I've
impressive.
put the fucking overcoat and I've just turned into a right prick.
Alright, I got some pictures of the maps on the way for the stream here. So, like, feast your eyes on this. This is Lowtown. And we saw this. They did like a little reveal on the map. And when, let's say you look at image 4, or like the bottom right image, and the third from right image, it looks quite reasonable as a map. But then I see these images with the bridges and the water, and I see the mini map, and I think like, I honestly think this will be uncompetitive. I actually do, because I don't think there's going to be any better options.
Go ahead.
Map looks like complete shit.
Thank you. Holy fuck, this map looks like fucking ass. What are you talking about?
Like ass.
What are you talking about, Rab? Look at the setup on the right. The actual
setup,
like
I see the lanes.
I will say this though. I'm scared for this year for the maps. You want to know why? Because they're all so small.
Even this is small, isn't it? You look at it.
Yeah. Listen. Yeah, Rab. I know you're a guy that keeps it positive. You love it. You do. You love keeping it positive.
I do love a good bit of optimism.
And I'm here to ruin it for you.
To bring us back down to
earth. It's fucking dog shit.
Right.
Yeah, bro. Automatic disqualification when it comes to water on the map as well. I don't know why you encourage that. Like that's good behavior. Like, oh, let's throw some water on this bitch.
I don't want it on there, but like we've done it in the past. We ran it on Hydro.
Bro, if you look at the mini map, the water route goes all the way around the other side.
Yeah.
Bro.
That's too
Revive gamer, listen, you can't say bro hasn't even played it. I'm literally sat here, yeah. It looks like a swimming pool.
This gonna love it though. If he can get
Shot's gonna love it.
Only way this map gets in is if the league mandates it. That's the only way, because that's happened before. Obviously, the league mandates certain maps to be in. This only gets in if it's mandated. Only way.
Alright, we got another one. This is at a stadium called Red Card, this map.
This is from fucking Warzone, bro.
The map, yeah, it does look like a Warzone location, doesn't it? It's like a right-angled triangle. The map design reminds me of from Black Ops 1. There are some vibes of that, actually.
No, isn't this a stadium from fucking Black Ops 1?
It's... Oh,
it looks
not the same.
Similar. It looks similar.
No, it's not identical, but like I know what you're saying actually.
Yeah, no,
they brought it back as a map called Takeoff in Black Ops 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You want me to be real with you again, guys?
I mean, I'm not even optimistic about this one. So say what you want.
This one looks like fucking dog shit too.
It reminds me of Encore. Do you remember that map from Black Ops 2? It was like a stage as a DLC map.
It looks like I guarantee they design. I promise you, they designed the Warzone map and just took the little parts of those and just whacked them in 6v6.
Yeah, 100%.
They made the Warzone map first, and then every point, every POI they put in there, they've just gone 6v6 map.
Take that corner of it, take the center of it, go throw it in, and adjust a couple things and put some spawns in there. Go ahead.
Definitely D1 hating right now for sure, but that's what you get with me. No positivity.
I love that. Okay, the good news is the last map is the best of the bunch, and here it is. Vorkuta introducing the snow map. Wow. Doesn't this mini map look good?
Where are the lanes? Where the fuck are the lanes on the map?
There are no lanes. It's a 0-lane design. It's a brand new innovative concept here. From
it's like the middle of Berlin Wall.
Yeah. Where's
the fucking cover?
If you're going to do a snow map, I don't have a problem bringing back a classic, Can we bring back WMD or something? WMD was a classic Black Ops 1 map. Array was a classic Black Ops 1 map. Not really for competitive, but or was it called Grid from Black Ops 1? I want Grid back in the game so bad. And yet
What is? I mean,
they put these maps in the game. Like, what is this
Grab
layout?
Ace. Do you want me to be real again?
Are we gonna do this every week?
Looks like fucking dog shit. This, doesn't it?
It's not the best. This one.
This one, it definitely, again, it looks like they cut it out of Warzone. Again, they cut it out their Warzone map for sure, some section of it. Secondly, you can tell clearly where the spawns are. You can very clearly see it. The back of one side, the back of one side. But then you've created like 1.8 lanes. Like there's.
Listen, I've seen that building before too. In the bottom left picture, that is from fucking what's that map on MW 2019, one with the train tracks.
Gunrunner. That's
Nope.
what you mean.
I know what you're talking about
it
too,
looks
bro.
like the map from COD 4, which was called like.
No. The one at COD 4 short is like smaller than that. He's talking about. I know what he's talking about. It's like it's the full building. They literally ripped it out and put in this one. What is
I
it
didn't
called?
play much of that dog shit game.
No, it's not Hackney Yard. Is it Hackney Yard?
I ain't Hackney Yard.
I don't think it's Hackney Yard.
Yeah, you got. Listen, I'm on it. Give me a second.
You guys will find it in a second. I actually have one more map for you as well, which is going to blow your mind.
Oh no,
But
it is
they're
called
gonna-
Gunrunner. Literally.
Yeah, it was Gunrunner, right?
Look, I've actually. It's actually in the fucking screenshot. There's the fucking building right there. It's fucking
Yeah, I know
right
ball.
there.
I know ball.
It's
PD
fucking-
Gaming said this one is 100% not from Warzone. It's from the Black Ops 1 campaign. Oh, more you
Well,
know.
to be fair, Black Ops 1 campaign, legendary campaign, and
that will
Volkuta does
be
remind
in,
me of that.
That will be in Warzone.
So actually, what I might do instead of playing Black Ops 6, I'll just rebuy Black Ops 1 and play the campaign again. That might
No. Let's be
more
real,
fun.
Rap. You're rebuying Black Ops 3 and playing it just by yourself.
I've already done that. I'd just go and play TDM all day if I could.
God
But,
bless.
you know,
God bless.
man's got things to do.
I don't know what happened to me. I used to be positive and shit. Now I'm just.
You change the
They
style.
got They got to give a reason, man. They got to give a reason. For me, the movement in the game and stuff, it's something new. That's positive, but the maps are so far no positivity right now.
All right. What about this, boys? Can we make it work?
Nuketown?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, they just Nuketown. Look at it. Look how they massacred my boy.
They fucked it up.
What do you mean? Hang on. What do you mean 2v2/6v6? How the fuck did you come to that conclusion?
How could it be both? Or one or the other?
They're saying like gunfight. I think they're saying like gunfight map.
Yeah, but how's it? Like, I'm saying, like.
No, it's like a 2v2 map because it's gonna be part of the gunfights. That's a 2v2 mode.
Nah,
Come
but
on,
like,
boys.
is there an
Yeah,
actual
but-
Nuketown?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if there is.
Trey, you think they didn't fuck up Nuketown to give us this and Nuketown? No, this is Nuketown. They renamed it Warhead. That's what happened. Come on, Trey, you know the answer.
Someone said this is a different area of Nuketown. It fucking ain't. It's the same shit.
Yeah, it's coming back November 1st. Okay, we're getting Warhead to begin with, and then we're getting Nuked. Yeah, this is Nuked Town. Good job. There you go. Good shit.
See, this is what it should be if they're gonna do that. This was Nuketown Zombies from Black Ops 2, I think, when they
Hang on,
nuked
I got a
it,
little bit, hang on.
and it looked
Got
like
a little
this.
direction right now, Rab. Get this picture off.
Oh! I might leave it for 2 more seconds. All right, now it's gone. But yeah.
Wow. Just look at it, man. Wait, just look.
Wait,
Wait,
it's
is
gone.
there any more maps? Is there any more maps you're gonna?
No, that's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's the only 4 I've got access to right now. That's the only additional. Well, I don't know. Those are the only ones I've seen so far on the new game. Apart from the ones we
right,
saw in
give
the
us-
beta, obviously, right?
Give us some more maps because I'm down to hate a lot more.
Yeah, don't worry.
Not-
In due
not-
course, we will be hating. The hating will be.
What is it?
You're
Yeah,
the one
of
hating
course.
right now.
Saturday
like,
night.
look
Fuck
at this.
Yeah,
Look
perfect
at
day
this
to
shit.
hate. Because you're gonna
God.
wake up on Sunday and hate some more for free. All the maps on a COD blog.
What a brilliant! Oh, you want me to? I can head onto the COD blog and do some more hating.
Yeah, like you know.
All right, give me a
I
second,
feel like
boys.
I feel like on the news day, you know, I feel like we can come together as a chat and decide whether these are going to be some good maps. And I think we've gone 0 for 4. So, you know, luckily there's 12 more maps.
Oh, have I found the right one? I think okay, I found the right one. I found the right one. Oh baby! Oh, we got some more to go through. I'm buzzing for this.
Ah, beautiful.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
Okay. Introducing
Hey,
protocol. I know, isn't this? I swear when I did when I spawned into the game, it wanted me to do like
this
a
is
movement
from
test or
World
something.
War II.
This looks like
This
Gibraltar,
looks
right?
like yes, looks like Gibraltar.
Oh god, Gibraltar. Oh, it looks like a cross between Gibraltar and Flak Tower from World War II, which is not a pretty sight.
Oh yeah. The third pic, the bottom third picture. Yeah, I see that.
I mean, look at the
This one
mini-map,
does.
though.
It looks
Like, look
shite, but it doesn't look that shite. I think this is
it's just better
it's
than the
okay.
others.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
This one's okay. This is okay actually.
Oh my!
All right.
What are they doing to us?
You know, now you know what? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. This one's more bearable.
Yeah, the only issue I can see in this one, personally, is a lot of windows. If there's too many windows and shit, that might be an issue. But
Oh,
it
it's
looks.
from Warzone.
It's from Warzone.
100% from Warzone. Not like it's gonna be on a new Warzone. 100%. Just look at the map.
According to the developer who made this map, he said it was inspired by Raid. How the fuck is this inspired by Raid?
Wait, this one, this map.
Actually, wait, I kind of.
Nah, you don't. No, you don't. No.
I'm trying to be positive, Trey. D1 hater.
How can you be positive? It's like when someone says it looks like your twin brother and it just looks nothing like you.
How is this? Okay, I'd love to see this guy explain how this is similar to Raid.
What was the developer's name? Stevie Wonder.
The thing that annoys me is like the maps they put in the last game. Rio.
If you squint your eyes and tilt your head, you can see it.
Yeah.
Nah, still can't
like,
see it.
Rio and Vista and stuff like this are like pretty sound competitive maps because they follow the normal procedures. This, I just don't know what they're really cooking here. And I mean, there's only a couple more really because the other ones we've already seen in the beta. But there's this one. Okay, it's not even, why even look at this? It's just like a, what? Wait, this actually says 6v6 core. I actually, when I clicked on this, thought it was a strike map. But it's not.
It looks like a 2v2 map.
This looks like the facility from, what is it called? Spectre, the James Bond film.
This one is a 3-lane map, but it looks so empty. It looks like you get shot from anywhere.
Nah, this reminds me of that little bit
What
from
is
Black
this?
Ops 1. With that big old black rocket in the middle.
Yeah, the
Can't remember what it's
Blackbird.
called. Yeah.
It doesn't
Oh,
look-
I know what you mean. I know. It was
looks
a
really
DLC map,
small.
I think.
It looks really
Nah,
small, but it looks like it has a
It was
little
called
bit
like
of
Hangar
potential.
or something. Was it Trey Hangar 18 or something?
Nah, I'm not. I'm not too sure. All I know is we're 0 for 6.
Oh, for 6. God damn.
I just want to test my knowledge real quick.
This one looks like a fun pub map, at least.
Yeah,
I'll give it that.
Yeah, if you want to get bummed.
Yeah, Hangar 18. Got it.
Wait,
Absolutely.
yo, chat. All right, this is a good thing.
This map from
this
Black
is a good
Ops
thing for
1.
me. This is a good thing for me to ask. Are we? Yeah, that's the one.
Hangar
Are we
18.
0 for 6? Are we?
Insane knowledge.
Are we 0 for 6 right now, or am I just being a D1 hater?
I got more. Well, this is another strike map. But, like, this looks like a Rainbow Six map. To be honest.
Yeah, this is it's a gunfight map. This is a 2v2 gunfight map, basically.
Yeah. Anything that
I
says
can't judge
strike
these,
map might just be chalked.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
judge these.
These are just for bullshit, so they don't
I
even
think
matter.
I've only got one
Yeah,
more.
no. I mean, they'll probably try and force us into the competitive meta.
All right,
yeah,
this
for
is
sure.
this is our last hope. Vault. And there's another swimming pool. But it's a smaller swimming pool.
This reminds me of a map too. The first picture where you fight in the middle, like what map is that, bro?
Showdown.
No, not Showdown. There's another one where
Reminds me of
it's literally a
Hotel from
hallway.
a couple games ago.
Yeah,
It's a
Showdown.
hallway like this.
Yeah, you're about the map from COD 4.
No. I know Showdown. 100%. No, the first picture. I see what you're talking about. The other pictures. The first picture where you're in this hallway. Oh, what? You drop down. You go in. There's like a little part you could drop down, and there's a ladder right there. Fuck, what is it, man? Is it Black Ops 4 map? It might be Black Ops 4. It might be MW 2019. I can't remember. It is what it is, boys. It is what it is. I can't remember what map it is. But the first picture reminds me exactly where you're fighting here. You go to the right. There's the counter. There's the bar in the counter right there. You fight. And then in the hallway, you drop down, and you go down, and there's a ladder right there.
I actually
What is
wasn't
it?
listening to any of that, respectfully. But
Yeah,
all good.
I was blacked out.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll frequency. I'll check later, bro. It is what it is. But this map
To be
looks
fair,
okay.
this map I actually kind of see it. I mean,
I like
I know
it.
the minimap looks a bit weird, but I like the vibes. You know, it seems like relatively clean entrances. I actually really like the bottom right-hand side image. I really like the look of that. Reminds me of a couple of different... Even reminds me of a little spot on Vertigo from Black Ops 2 DLC map. One of the spawn points. So, yeah, I kind of all the maps I've seen, this one could be worse. People are saying it's small. It does look kind of small. But 4v4, you might get away with it.
0.5 for 8. We'll take it.
We'll take it. But also we got the maps in the beta. The likes of Scud.
Yeah, show me those mini maps if you can pull those up. Show me those.
Yeah, you want to have a look at you want to have a look at the beta maps. Yeah. No, well, these are the best ones right here.
That's how you know we're cooked. By the way, they've put the best maps in the beta. That's how you know we're cooked.
This is the premium shit. What other map do we have in the beta? Payback. Wait, did I show Payback yet? No, I didn't show this one yet. All right, well here we go. I got another one for the boys. Derelict. Jesus Christ. Babylon. All right, we've got quite a few more here. I'll do little rapid fire. So we've seen this one in the beta, Babylon. Tiny little map they put towards the end. That ain't going to be played in competitive.
Yep, that looks like shit. Next one.
Yep, next one.
Just looks like a fuck fest. Like nothing can happen.
This is such a stupid map. I actually really didn't enjoy playing this. Devs literally said they had comp in mind when playing the maps. Scott is the most hateable.
They probably had Fent in mind when they designed the maps
too. I mean, what is this mini map though? Like, why is this so? Why is this so long and thin?
What happened to the 3-lane map? Why have we gone like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Looks like a
turd. Yeah. Well said, Trey. Don't need anything there. There's this one. Okay, no, this is a new one. I've not seen this one before. Payback. All right,
this looks like a state.
Yeah, but it's flat. There's no hills. I didn't like a state because it's too hilly. This map I actually kind of like, low key. I like the vibe.
Yeah, no, the vibe is cool.
And we got the chessboard like patio thing outside on the bottom right, which I'm
See, this map, I feel like it's still too small though. I don't know. It's just gonna be fighting in a house. I feel like, and there's a lot of windows. I feel like a lot of windows is gonna ruin like competitive COD.
Yeah, it's like Modern Warfare 19 shit.
Yeah, Ace, you're muted because your fucking mute button's on your M key still.
Fuck you, buddy. Okay, listen. I said no. This Payback map looks okay, but yeah, the problem with a few of these maps that we've seen is there's a lot of window points and different levels to the map, which again, that fucks up competitive stuff unless there's always a counter, but it doesn't look like some of these maps have counters. Just a lot of windows for no reason.
I feel like these are also like, are these maps not lacking color?
I'm gonna need to crank my contrast up.
I feel like every map is like locked to a certain color palette. You know what I'm saying?
Like if it's like, yeah, like this one's just green.
Yeah, green, browns, and grays everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know if I. Yeah, someone put it in the chat. This reminds me of like a Rainbow Six Siege map. Yeah, I agree.
Dalton, I don't like this take out of you. Motherfuckers would call Raid ass these days if it was brand new. No, we wouldn't. It's not true.
Nice fucking try.
No, that's a bad take, Dalton. Real bad take.
Because if you bring up Raid and like Arsenal and Hacienda and like even the newer maps too, what the fuck is this?
This looks like that.
Well, this is already we already played this in the beta, but like I just wanted to share how shocking this map is. I know, like it's been that bad, Trey. I've seen people on the Reddit saying we might have to use this in comp. Like it ain't looking good.
Yeah, that's the other part, bro. Like Trey, in your mind, we're 0 for 7, 0 for 8, or whatever. But 4 or 5 of these maps have to be entered in, so we have to pick 5. Like we have to think of 5 of these have to work somehow. Pretty fucked.
So glad I'm retired.
I heard a leak that Fringe is coming back too. If Fringe comes back, please throw it in the game ASAP, Rocky.
PD. No one. PD. I'm not even talking about the hills. I'm talking about map layout. Yeah, there's some hills on maps that suck, but the map was still good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even talking about the hills. I'm strictly looking at a fucking mini map right now. Where is any of this like good for competitive? Rage, you had a far left, a middle, and a right that you could cut lanes in.
I just run out of ideas.
Where the fuck? Like, I can't. There's just nothing.
Again, people think like, oh, if there are new maps
How about this
that
one,
are
Trey?
at, like Mercado, Hotel, these are all good. These are good maps that are newer. It's still possible to make good maps, but
Brother, what is this?
This is
They
just
just don't.
another. This looks like a Fortnite map.
It's like
This
a
is the-
sandwich.
this is from fucking Warzone, 1000%, bro. Look at the look at
Yeah, I
the look at
know.
the background of it and shit too. You know, like they cookie cutter this out of Warzone and just threw it in the game.
It's
This is
like,
awful.
wait, am I like be real with me, all right? Am I serious? Like, does it just not look dry to you?
It's pretty dead, yeah. They've even put some color in this one, but it's still pretty dead.
This map will be okay for comp. Shay, are you smoking?
We're gonna see. We're gonna see
what comp
about
mode
that.
what comp mode we playing in here?
Yeah, bro. There's a whole there's a whole middle building in the middle of the map that you have to fight in. You have to go. You can go inside and hide and fight in. That's not what comp does that sound good for?
This
I know,
shit
I
might
don't mean to be
made
a
by
hater.
AI.
It's gonna have to. That's the thing. Well, that's completely different to what you're saying, Shay. Which I'm agreeing with you. I agree with you. Like all, like, yeah, we might be 0 for fucking 10 right now, but we've got to be we've got to be 5 for 10 at least because we've got to play these. But like,
This guy Davey's hilarious. Said this is a good prop hunt map. This is
Hang
an
on.
elite prop hunt map. For
Hang
real.
on.
hang on, Rab. Spooky Ghosty said, "Show Trey Lowtown and Red
We
Card."
already
his brain
showed
will
you those
implode."
ones. We showed you those ones. Those are the first
Did
two.
you?
The water.
Yeah,
Lowtown
that's-
was the water one, and then Red Cup was the stadium one.
Yeah, we showed those already.
Yeah, we spawned in earlier. I got a couple more to share though. Maybe just
Go
one or
ahead,
two
continue.
more.
Let's get through this, man, because this is not looking good for anyone here.
I think. Wait, is this? Is it just this
Am I-
one, or is
like,
it one
am I-
more?
Is this where I start drinking?
I think I might have gone
thought-
through them all now. Hang on.
We saw one or two that were possible. The rest of them sucked.
Yeah,
One or two that were possible.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be looking a little bit slow this year. I guess the only other one which Trey might not have
Nah.
seen is a Skyline, right? Because this is also in
You're-
the beta.
You're good, Shay. I'm not. I don't mean. I mean, yeah, I watched Shotzi play this map. This map done my head in.
The thing is, you look at the minimap, it looks terrible, but actually to play it was alright.
I mean, this is going to be a good.
This is gonna be in,
It's
I
going to be.
think.
It's going to be a playable hardpoint map.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
This will be in. So we got three. We got three.
We got Volt.
Yeah, we got three.
All right, let me. I'll bring up the outscale here. Go
Skyline,
through them
Volt, and there was one more. I forgot the name of it.
All right, we'll start from the top and we'll say yes or no.
All
Babylon.
right, chat, let's go. Which one do you think should be in?
All right, so we need 5. We need to find 5 maps because 4 is cooked. Like, okay, 3 for control is fine, or hopefully some other game mode, but whatever. You need 5 for the other modes, really. You can get away with 4, but you need 5, really. All right.
Okay, Babylon. Everyone's saying fuck no. I mean, Babylon. Only again, hard point on this map. If it's not absolute dog shit, looks interesting because it could jump around, but unless it's too small, I don't know. Okay.
This map looks.
Okay, no, yeah, I don't know. Erlich, I don't know about this, bro. What
This
the fuck
map
is going on?
This map looks fucking dope.
What's that snow map from Modern Warfare 2? Like Derail. Was it Derail or something? Derail. With all the
What was it?
trains. It was a big snow map and it had all the
Yeah,
train
yeah,
tracks
yeah.
and all the things you
Yeah,
get. It's
Derail,
basically
yeah.
that, but on a smaller scale. And it's
Wait,
just an absolute mess to
I'm
play.
voting for this one only for search. Only search.
Search?
Yeah.
I mean,
Only for search. I'm only voting for this one for search. Everything else, dog shit. But search, maybe.
I will say,
maybe.
like, people actually. I remember talking in a video about I played this map and I thought it was dog. And people were clowning me. They said they liked it. So maybe, whatever. Maybe my opinion is not always everyone's opinion. My opinion is obviously correct. But, like.
no, listen. I
know.
look at these mini maps. I look at these mini maps and I think there's no fucking hope in hell this is gonna work.
No, I mean, you don't think search? Search this seems sensible.
We got Cartier Hefe coming in with the chat saying only person I trust picking comp maps on this panel is Trey. Thank you very much.
Wow.
I am the fucking be all end all of what this fucking year is gonna
Hey,
be,
wait.
and it's gonna be ass.
RDA Jefe, I agree with you 100%. He is the only one who I would fully trust out of all three of us However, he's gone 0 for fucking 35. So what the fuck do you do at that point? We have to vote for something. That's the point.
Yeah, and this is what chat's going to realise too, is that as we go further down, you get more 2v2 maps that are cooked. So you got to vote at some point.
That's
Yeah, no, for sure.
it's not that I don't trust Trey's opinion. I trust Trey's opinion utmost. It's just we gotta pick something. Man.
We're it's all love. I just can't pick any of them.
All right, Lowtown, it's going in. It's going in. It's like Seaside from Black Ops 4. I'm putting it in the map pool.
Chat, what do you think? We think Lowtown, yay or nay?
No.
Seaside from Black Ops 4.
Yeah, it is. Like C Division. This bottom.
No lick of water.
Well, okay, Seaside was next to the water. We couldn't go in it though.
Yeah, but what are you saying right now?
Right. Don't tell me you don't see a bit of Seaside in this map.
No. I see Seaside in the middle building that you can't fucking enter.
Wait, can you not? No, I think we can get in that. Ah, shit, no, you are right. There's a courtyard, isn't there? You can't get in that building.
Listen, I can. No, I see the buildings, yeah. The buildings look very Seaside-ish, for sure.
Yep.
But the map, fuck no.
Yeah, the map's nothing like Seaside, bro. The colorway, the buildings, yeah. I vote no. Nope.
All right, well, I get outvoted. So we're currently maybe a search map and nothing else coming in. All right, payback. Well, because this is for sure search map, I think.
Yeah, this looks like, to me, I was going to say when we got back to it, search map.
What, we playing search and show only this year?
It might be necessary. We play Skyline Hardpoint every series, and then we play 5 different search maps.
All right, listen, I'm going to keep it so fucking real. No.
I actually don't know how. I don't know if this works at respawn. I'm not gonna lie. Looking at it.
No, respawn doesn't work.
Because it's just like there's one building and then there's loads of empty space. I think it would be weird for respawn.
I think it's
maybe
weird
control.
For S&D.
Nah, but there's like an upstairs, downstairs building.
No, but just look at the map. Yeah, explain to me. Yeah, where you're gonna put the bomb sites.
One's going here in this garden bit.
One's going in that brown area, one's going in that open area. That's it. Look at the map. Left side or the right side. You're
one's going inside the building, and then one's going in here. I don't know, on this like bottom right bit near the greenhouse.
Wherever's the courtyard on the right side of the, I'm looking mini map. Right side is the courtyard in there. Left side is the building in there. There's 2 bombs.
Like I'm just looking at this map, okay, and it's a 2-lane map. All right, look at the mini map on that far left, yeah, where in like the middle part of it on the far left where it goes into the house. Why is there not like some outer part there to go walk outside of, just to give it another lane? It's just a 2-lane map.
Rab, open this up. I just put it in the.
It is a fair point that you raise
it,
Trey. Yeah, all good. I'll get it up for you in a second.
No worries, no worries.
There's a window. It's not a lane, though.
I mean, but listen to this, though. Payback is equipped with various elevations, windows, and many strategic angles throughout the mansion. You gotta think that sounds like a good competitive map, no?
Send on Discord.
All right, here we go.
It's from PD, so shout out PD. It's showing the scale size, Black Ops 6 scale, like map scales, how big they are.
All right, so this is raid, 128 meters along. And 129.
You're trying to tell me Nuketown was close?
Well, Nuketown, if you go from spawn to spawn...
To be fair, it does take a little while to run across
it is actually kind of far. From the back of spawn, like one fence to the other side, it is kind of far.
And that's also as the crow flies. It's not actually the way that you run. But yeah. Payback. Well, we're cooked. We are cooked.
Yeah, these are really small maps, huh?
So Skyline is like 80% of raid, maybe less. This is Lowtown. It's looking pretty raidy to me. You gotta think it's gotta be in the map pool.
Raidy? Whoever called it red card should be red carded and sent off and never make a map again.
So basically what we're seeing from this is there's only the big maps are going to be viable because they're big enough to be maps. I think that's the biggest problem right now. You can't have a map that's half the size of raid in the rotation unless even search doesn't make sense. You're going to fucking come out of spawn and see each other instantly, basically. So by that sense, Red Card, Verkuda, Lowtown.
You're, te-
Walt,
you're,
Vorkuta.
you're,
Vorkuta.
you're telling me
Running.
Rewind? You're telling me Rewind's one of the bigger maps, PD?
It's over. It's over. Okay,
Yeah,
Volt's
run it up,
looking
baby.
good. Low key, the
derelict-
protocol guy who
derelict
said it was
would
like
be-
raids, it's about the same size as raid end to end. That might be what he means.
Yeah,
Everything
Derelict
else?
is going to be a search map for sure. Derelict 82 is going to be a search map. That's fine.
Jesus,
But the
if
rest of these
Derelict
look
is a
dumb.
search map, it's going to be a painful, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a little
And
dog shit, though.
Payback, like, how big is Payback? Okay, we don't really know. The people are just guessing here. But if this map is that small, we are cooked because it can only work for search at that point for sure.
Apparently, Payback is tiny, like small as fuck.
Yeah, that's what it says on the thing. It says it's tiny. It's like as small as Babylon, but there's no way, right? Alright, we might be cooked.
I mean, I told you we're cooked. I didn't need to look at that to know we're cooked. We're cooked.
Alright, so we're currently 0-4, maybe 1 for 4. Here comes Protocol. I'm saying Protocol's in. It's giving me
In.
It's giving me Summit vibes. Now I look at it again.
Summit.
Yeah. Yeah, don't tell me it's not remind you of Summit a little
Boy,
bit.
remember
outside
Zelber said
parts
this
of
is
Summit.
Raid. This is Raid
Yeah,
2.0, of course.
This is Raid, and it's kind of like
Yeah, you do
Summit.
realize that guy's never played Raid in his life.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
mentioned Gibraltar and Flak Tower World War II, but this building here in the back of the map, this is Summit. If this was snowing, it would look like Summit.
You are so faded.
Nah,
So faded.
actually trust. Nah,
You're
that-
still off that.
real
You're
ones,
still off
though.
that Princess Peach cocktail that we had. Because fuck
Yeah.
me, you might be off the
I'm
fucking
still off that shot of whiskey.
Hennessy. Oh my days.
Yeah, I think this is in, but I'm not happy that this is what maybe it plays better than imagined, right? But visually doesn't look great. But this is in for sure. So we got
Alright,
2 for
we're-
4.
alright,
A search map and a we got a search map and a map. That's what we got.
All right,
One-
red card.
So
Ooh.
we're 0.3 occurring for most things, and because we got one game mode we can play on one map.
We got one more map. We got the payload or the last map. We got that. There you go. We got 1 and 1.
If you think I'm sat here watching this fucking map all year, you've got another thing coming on to the next.
I think you may have another thing coming on to the next, buddy. This is what else are we gonna pick?
I
We
think
have
We've got 4 more maps.
I
bro.
just don't see red card working. I think there's like no chance.
right? There's a stadium in the fucking map. It's chalked.
Yeah, it is chalked. Even like
Rewind
the
is one.
superior version of that back in the day didn't work. Rewind like they might have to play this.
This one they might have to play, and I think it could work.
It's
Yeah,
like Embassy, bro.
yeah, it might have to work. Cause the inside countertops and shit like that. Yeah, it might have to work. Yeah, it might have to work.
Jesus.
Fucking hell.
All right, well, there we go.
Dude.
Oh, dude. I mean,
Nah, chalked. Sky is chalked. No way.
all right, Skyline's probably got to be in for every mode,
3.
isn't it?
3. Is
We got 3 maps, maybe, ladies and gentlemen.
that it?
Subsonic, Jesus.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Fuck no.
No, we're
there's no
still
way.
going. This is a 0. All right,
Hey,
Volt's
hey,
going
listen.
in.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be
4.
sorry. I love all of you motherfuckers with the optimism, but wow, we're in for a rough one.
We are in for a rough one this year. Subsonic is legit Halo 1 versus 1. Yeah, and it's apparently a 6v6 map. All right, this is Volt, and this has got to be in. And then,
Yeah.
oh my god, we're not playing this, please.
Hi, baby.
Please, Lord, we're not playing this.
There it is, baby.
Those
It's
are-
4 maps, 5 maps. That's it.
Those are
Done.
pretty much the options, really. And then you get to more strike maps such as Gala, and then Pit.
You know what's sad? You know what's sad about the strike maps? What's this actually
Stakeout.
like? Go up to Gala. Go up to Stakeout or Gala.
If they were bigger, they'd be fucking good.
Yes, exactly, Trey. If these maps were bigger, crafted this way, they'd be good fucking
Bro,
maps.
Yeah, because
makes
they're
no sense
designed
to
to
me.
be
It-
like symmetrical and like the good shit.
Symmetrical,
you know what I mean?
Each heady has a
Bro.
counter. Everything's set to be reasonable. That's what's
Bro.
absurd about it.
It makes me so angry when they make good, because I feel like there's always been good strike maps.
Yeah,
For
literally
sure.
all strike
Yeah,
maps. are
No,
pretty
no,
good
no,
most
no,
of the
no.
time.
Listen, Phenom. We know Gala's tiny. These are strike maps. These are 2v2 maps. But what we're saying is that if they just took this and stretched it, made it wider, put more like bits to go inside the middle or whatever like that, these would be good competitive maps.
Yes, absolutely.
Like if you compare Gala to fucking Scud, simple move to 2v2.
It's like some of the Halo maps,
That would be fucking insane.
That would be unreal.
I fear there would be no ARs in the league, but
yeah, true. They'll be out of there. No, but it's like a lot of the big Halo maps are just symmetrical maps. Like they're just designed to just be playable, and everything has a counter, and then it's just best team wins. It's kind of how these maps are designed, but just not big enough.
It's specifically upsetting because you can see in the strike maps, even the gunfight maps, even the Warzone, what do they call it's still a gunfight map. Those gunfight maps, you can see that they know how to create symmetrical, countered, normal, good fucking maps. But they just don't do it when it comes to the 6v6 maps that seem like they're only catered to Jimmy at home who likes to camp in the corner. That's the problem. That's like the big issue when you look at these 6v6 maps versus the strike maps / the gunfight maps. This is the issue. They still know how to make a good map. They just don't do it on the normal maps.
This is dog ass.
Dog ass is a new one. That's the first time I heard that one.
That's fucking class.
Dog ass is some new stuff right there.
I didn't know you would come out with that.
Even go up to that one right above this one, above Warhead.
This one, Stakeout, yeah.
No, Stakeout. Like even that one, if you extended this one out and made it a fight map in these hallways and stuff, it could work. It could actually.
I probably have to disagree with you.
This one might be good.
That's fair. That's fair. Again, I'm saying if you extended it out and crafted a bottom floor and stuff, it could be something kind of cool.
The thing is, they're designing these maps like fresh, right? Like these are locations they're coming up with and they're making them. They're not copying these from Warzone, right? So they're actually putting mental effort into making these maps. That's a good point, Trey.
I think a lot of these are AI maps.
That's point. Oh my god, you're probably right.
I think because there was like this thing that a lot of companies are using AI now to like design some of their stuff in their games. I think a lot of these are AI maps.
That is actually a great point. I wonder if they AI'd Loki. They could have AI'd Nuketown.
Yeah, of course. Nuketown that's been nuked upside down, reverse, Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's looking a little cooked, boys. That's the sad truth.
All right, we got 4 maps.
And let's be real, if AI has made these maps, I'm not scared for AI taking over the world because fuck me, their ass.
Yeah, Grok AI is cooking these up.
Grok.
Welcome to the Nuketown neighborhood. All right, well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for the support. We have Vault, tick. We have Skyline, tick. That's 2. 2.25.
It's great that you're ticking these because I wouldn't tick a fucking single
3. 3.5.
I know you guys are saying we need maps.
4.
I know you guys are saying we need maps, but we need a new fucking game. That's what we need.
All right, what we need is Hacienda in the game ASAP.
Well, the issue is that I feel like for the COD to be a very good game, they need competitive support, and that comes along with them going, "Hey guys, what maps do you need remastering? Let us remaster these maps for you so we can make a good game, or like at least good maps for you guys to play on that we know that you've made have been good." Yeah, and I know Kozik, I say this every year, that we don't need old maps. We just need them to come up with something new and better. But the issue is that look at the maps they've given us in the past few years. It ain't good. Bring back Black Ops 6, Rio 6-star and Vista. Right, see now I'm off.
All right, bit of pleasure, Trey. Yeah, they do need to bring back some Black Ops 4 maps, to be fair.
Again, Fringe is PD was saying that in the code of the game there's different old maps coming back, but it's not about that. We've said it 1,000 times. Trey said it 1,000 times. We said it 1,000 times. Just it's about the new maps, right? A new game should be new maps. We shouldn't be relying on the old Fringe, Hacienda, Seaside, whatever it is. We shouldn't be relying on these old maps every single game to save us. That's a problem in itself, to be fair. As much fun as it's going to be to play Fringe again in 2025, it's still a problem in itself.
Well, I think Fringe is only good because of jetpacks anyway. I'll be real with you.
I think off jetpacks he could work, but definitely is perfectly made for jetpacks.
I mean, just imagine running down the train fucking yard and some guy just out on the Godhead glitch. Like, at least with jetpacks, you could get away with that. You'd be a fucking sitting duck.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Premium game.
Charlie Intel tweet, I'll bring it up, Rab. Don't you fucking worry. I'll let you know if it's worthy enough.
All right, well put.
Yeah,
we've got a couple other things to talk about.
Nuketown in Black Ops 6 will be a remaster of the original Black Ops Nuketown. No fucking shock there. I'm really excited with this Black Ops 6. Now we get to revisit the original Nuketown. The magic that was once original was the original one, but looking better than it's ever looked.
All right, I'm bringing it up.
They've remastered Nuketown for the 45th time. Nice.
Wow. I actually am shocked for one.
I mean,
Black Ops 6 is dropping.
I'm okay with like the small like maps coming back in terms of, like the nostalgic ones, Nuketown, Shipment, all those things. But the thing is, doesn't this happen every year where they fuck up the original?
It's never gonna be the original.
Look at the Shipment that they brought into fucking MW3. The whole thing was changed.
Yeah, I don't know what they're on right now. We've had Nuketown 1,000 times. Why is this guy saying as if it's the first remaster we've ever had? Like, I don't know what the thought is here. It's very stupid, to be honest. Very dumb.
I'm just gonna play this video that PD mentioned. I'll rewind a couple of seconds and we'll see what this map. What was this map called? Cracked from Black Ops 1. I think I'm right. All right, let's see what he has to say here. Hopefully it's loud enough for the stream.
No, this game's beautiful though.
I would do I
would suck the soul out of this game again if it came out. Let me tell you.
I'll talk about it.
Vietnam aesthetic of Black Ops 1 comes through that map a lot.
My favorite map to play on would probably have to be Raid from Black Ops 2. And Black Ops 2, it's a fan favorite, and there's it's a fan favorite, and
there's going on. I'm hearing everything on repeat. Am I tripping?
Yeah, it's
double audio.
Oh, it's from Ace's thing? Okay, all good, all good.
Yeah.
I thought it was on my end. Alright, it's me or Mike while I play this shit.
What the hell?
I was badly
I don't know why you just got to mute your mic while we listen to it.
Yeah.
From yours.
all good.
My favorite map to play on would probably have to be Raid from Black Ops 2. And I know it's a fan favorite, and there's a reason for that, and why we keep bringing it back in later games. Not only do like the battle spaces in Raid have some interesting elevation changes, but they're designed in such a way to allow multiple play styles and weapon choices. You could be sniping from the overwatches that are overlooking the driveway or the pool, but then decide to switch to a shotgun and push up through the center into the rock garden. No matter what type of gun I decide to roll with, I know I'm going to have a good time on Raid. When I was designing the map Protocol for Black Ops 6, I really wanted to take some of those high-level design ideas that I enjoyed in Raid, like the terrain elevation differences and the variety of battle spaces that lean into these different playstyles. But I wanted to kind of push those design ideas further to try and take advantage of our new Omni movement system so that no matter what gun I played with in Protocol, it would be fun. And I would also feel like an action hero fighting through these battle spaces. So it's like my hope that if you like playing Raid, you're going to like playing Protocol when Black Ops 6 comes out.
Okay, let's just leave it there. I love you, Ace. I will say... Yeah, okay.
Where, he said that's why we keep bringing it back. We keep bringing it back in future bringing it back. When have you ever brought it back?
Well, they just bring it back again. That'd get the job
They brought it
done.
back in Cold War.
Yeah, but it's not like they keep bringing it back like a Nuketown,
That's what I'm saying. They bring it back once.
This guy's a fucking NPC. I never heard a guy sounds like such a cuck in my life.
Wait, they bring it back in Black Ops 3? Am I faded?
Yeah, they brought it back in Black Ops 3 as a map called Empire.
Actually, when you jump around, I want to look like an action hero. Okay, when you jump around, like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like,
also, why do people, Is this guy? Oh no, this is the IGN guy.
I mean,
playing the game.
listen, the Black Ops 3 one, like, okay, they brought it back in Black Ops 3, but like that's Black Ops 3, man. That had jetpacks. That's not the same.
Well, actually, it reminds me of Raid. Well, actually, dude,
MTAR EOTech. I mean,
this is unbelievable, guys.
double
This is
stun.
unbelievable.
All right. Well, anyway, this guy says that he watched Raid, and he's not just remade Raid to make it better. He's actually taken the design ideas on a high level, and he's pushed them even further to push the envelope of Omni movement. So there you
I've
go.
looked at Raid. We've looked. He's gone. I love Raid. Seriously, that's why we keep bringing it back. So what I've done is made nothing like Raid.
That is what he's done. Yeah. So yeah, congratulations. I'm buzzing for the new title, as you can all
The
tell.
crazy part about that is they probably like fired most of the map designers, and he's literally he designed that map on his own, no edits. It was just him solo dolo making the map. They took it, no edits. Said, all right, done. Protocols in the game, done. Put it in there. We have no time. Get it in.
Phenom. There's no upgrade in Raid, which is fine. I'm okay with that. You can put your little spin-offs on it. You can put your little spin-offs on it, like to make it like unique to what it is. But if you're gonna make Raid or take inspiration from Raid, make it like fucking Raid.
Nah, bro.
gotta make it
They
that
hired
way.
that guy. They hired that guy from Fiverr. I'm convinced. Thumbtack or Fiverr. They said we need a map designer. They found him for $9.99 out of the cuts of Kentucky.
I had that guy from Minecraft edits on YouTube.
Fucking $9.99 every edit, every map design edit he made. They paid him a solid 10 buckaroos.
Timu map design.
Like, yeah, I think his map is gonna cook. I think he's.
I tell you what,
built up
if it plays like Raid, I'll sit on a cone.
Live on stream.
Probably have to be kick, yeah.
All right, sounds good. We'll make an account just for the day. Love it.
Yeah, bring
guys
back
heard it here
Tony
first.
play. Well said, Phenom.
Flip it and ship it, baby.
All right, we got some other things to talk about.
Yeah, let's get into some of the.
We got some
talk about
Rostomania stuff. We're gonna talk. I think we'll talk about the OpTic Legacy match. We'll talk Rostomania, then we'll call it a day because we're actually taking a good little sidetrack here on
Well,
this.
I've had a fun. Listen, I can't lie.
This has been,
episode's one of my
actually
favorites.
been a lot of
It's
fun.
fucking fun.
This has been fucking brilliant. All right, let's keep it up.
This is gonna cook, yeah, because I know people that are gonna watch this back on YouTube going, bro, these maps are ass. Like, I'm gonna have to agree with them, and I don't like agreeing with all three of them, but like, wow, they're ass.
Yeah, it's not looking great for us.
Yeah, no,
looking great.
agreed. We'll see if they drop some good maps when the game launches. All right, okay, Ace, you're out there in Texas for the Legacy match as it went down. I know there was a bit of speculation that OpTic were going to announce Krim back in the team because obviously he was there with the boys. He was the only guy who was there playing. He wasn't signing autographs. He wasn't an OpTic member technically. And Porsche leaked it a couple weeks ago that Krim's going to be back to OpTic. Not like it really matters that much at the end of the day, because he's always going to kind of be part of OpTic, part of COD on some level. But like officially on OpTic, who really knows? Maybe it doesn't matter. Who really cares? Hex did mention a couple of weeks ago that he's not opposed to bringing Krim back. But yeah, what are your thoughts?
Why is two thoughts? One, why has that video been deleted? Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Do you have any theories on this? Because I've been trying to figure this out. Spawn Up GG, a lot of his like clips, he just deleted them. Well, the video is deleted, but yet the tweet's still here. So I'm a bit confused on that.
Spawn Up GG has put up some controversial tweets before and never deleted. I haven't seen any of them deleted. So it's kind of interesting that this one is deleted out of nowhere.
The video has been deleted and not the tweet. Like, what's
not
that
the
about?
tweet, yeah. This has to come from like copyright or someone just taking it down.
Yeah.
Copyright would make sense because wasn't this from a podcast?
This, I think, was from Hex's stream, I think. But there
I'm
were
pretty
some
sure-
other clips that he put out that were from the podcasts that got... that. Like, if I scroll down his page here, look, you get to this one. This is from the OpTic podcast. And they probably cooked his shit for this.
Damn,
So-
OpTic's coming for the Clippers. That's fucking good. That's a story.
But
on its
usually
own
if
to
it's
talk about.
copyright, like, well... If it's a picture that's like a game leak, it will say DMCA, right? It will say this thing has been removed from DMCA. But I think you're probably right, because I think OpTic have maybe done that before. Because they don't like the clippers, we know that, right?
Can you even delete videos with the tweet there or no?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you can. So like, I'm confused how this is even possible. Because I was trying to use these tweets to talk about this clip, but I've had to find it on Reddit now.
Well, then tweeted it.
Then separately, I'll say then separately for the Crimsic stuff. Personally, just because of knowing that OpTic had to take, they've cut a lot of staff this year, right? We saw that they cut a lot of their production staff and their media staff. They've had to take pay cuts, as we've heard. I don't know how it would make sense for them to sign Crimsic right now. I think this is just maybe some misinformation or a mess up by a journalist entering this into the article. I think probably they just assumed that because Crim was at Champs or something involved, wearing the jersey, things like that, maybe they assume that he's back with OpTic Gaming in some sense. But in my mind, in reality, I think it just financially wouldn't make sense for them to sign Crim unless it was just a legacy gentleman's agreement between them. Like, yeah, I can rep for the org. I don't want any money for it. I just want to be able to say I'm OpTic again. I could see that, but at the same time, I don't know how that makes much sense considering how many sponsors and stuff that Crim has now, opportunities outside of gaming. I don't know why he would sign himself up necessarily to be OpTic Gaming at this point in his career with his racing stuff, his Rafa Racing kind of being the forefront, and he's pushing ahead in that field. So I don't know. I think it's more, if I had to lean and bet on it, I think it'd be an accidental mess up by a journalist more than the truth.
Probably more likely. Bit of drama before we talk about that in some detail, because I did just want to share this. This happened, I think, just as we were doing the last show, maybe. Dashi was talking about sound EQ, right, still being a problem in the game going forwards. And people were saying, it's Kismet, this guy, like good at MW2, not good in the next game. And then Kiz came out with kind of like a tweet saying that he never used it type thing. So a little bit of drama here. Thought it was kind of interesting. Who are the chief sound EQ abusers in the league? Because I ain't seen a tweet like this from Awakening.
You're fucked up for that one. That's comedy. But I mean, Trey played in the league when this thing started becoming a thing. So Trey, I'm gonna throw it to you, bro. What do you think about? Do you think people are saving face these days, or it's as rampant and widespread and terrible as Dashi's putting out there?
I mean, if it ain't banned, why not use it?
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Like, if it's looked down upon, yeah, whatever, but wasn't snaking looked down upon for years and everyone's still done it? Same with EQ. Like, everyone needs if you need the competitive advantage, why the fuck not? If it's not banned, use it. I don't know.
This is what people were saying, right? Because, like, his S&D KD online was crazy good. On LAN, it weren't so good. So, and like pretty drastic differences actually. I mean, a 1.3 online is kind of crazy work in search, but he couldn't maintain.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
LAN.
like,
so people were like, guys, use
obviously,
it.
If you can't use it on LAN, then don't use it at home. But if you can't use it on LAN, then why is it not banned? I know you can't really check for it at home, but if you can't use it on LAN, but can use it online, why is it not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's like they could. All right, my understanding is some bullshit.
There was a gentleman's agreement, by the way. I want to make that clear.
Fuck the gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, well, they weren't. They were meant not to use it. The thing is that on LAN, they actually disable it.
That's
on the PCs.
No, that's my point. Yeah, it's either banned or not.
Yeah. I actually agree with this from the CDL perspective.
LAN, you should not be able to go home and turn it on.
So are you suggesting that the league PCs at home, the settings should be turned off? Or are you saying we're expecting people to have integrity? Which one are you saying here?
The league should enforce it to be turned off. It should be banned if that's what they're doing at events. If you can't turn it on at events, you shouldn't be able to turn it on at home.
Yeah, I agree. Apparently it's like, the thing to do that though, they would need to like access the PCs in person. I feel like they could probably do it remotely. But the theory is that if the players want that to happen, they all have to send their PCs back to the league. And then the league looks at them,
but the league
fixes the
can
settings and
go.
sends them back.
The league goes on your PC before every match anyway to check if you downloaded cheats.
Exactly right. So why isn't it the same thing?
Listen, if they're not allowing it at LAN, they shouldn't allow it at home. Like, is it banned? Is it not banned?
No, technically it's not banned. Technically at home,
That's my point.
technically it's not banned. Gentlemen's agreed upon. But it's for me, it's annoying that, you know, we didn't really see anyone snake this year. We saw it obviously a few times. People are gonna be like, oh, we saw it this time. I get it, but like 90% of the time, we saw people stay in the bounds of snaking. But I don't know why people can't do that when it comes to this other thing that also gives you a competitive advantage. Maybe because it's not as clear. So at that point, you're not being snakes in the game. You're being snakes out of the game. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of people just being grimy over online COD wins. It's kind of stupid, bro.
Need those 10 points, baby.
I guess it's all about those 10 points. But
Yeah, that's right. I will accept it because you can't see it. And then if you are using it and someone goes, "Oh, bro, why did he turn around there? He's definitely got EQ," and it's like, "What? Nah, what? I heard you a mile away, bro."
yeah, there's always plausible deniability. Same thing with single tap too. Remember, single tap was one of those things earlier this year where it was on Seattle. Abuza, everyone said he had it. He said he didn't use it. Hey, motherfucker.
Motherfucker, you had that shit on.
Motherfucker, you had that shit on. Stop that shit, bro. But like, it's one of those other things. You can't see it.
Wouldn't you rather people just own up a minute and be like, "Yeah, I used it. Fuck you guys." You know what I'm saying? Don't sit there and like hide your bollocks. You know what I'm saying? Fucking whack them out, put them on the table, and be like, "Yeah, I use that bitch."
I agree. Listen, I agree 100%. But there's no solution for it unless, like you said, somebody comes in, disables it on their PC, sends them back, sends them new PCs, whatever it may be, or you have someone remotely tracking the PCs, going into it and literally looking at their settings mid-match or pre-match or after the match, some type of review to make sure that people aren't, cheating.
Yeah,
It's
that's why
like
I
that
believe
thing
Kismet here, right? Like, because I don't think he would just bullshit.
It's
about
like
this
that
for no
thing from
reason.
last year, though. Like when like the bottom teams use GAs against the top teams, and the top teams are like, "Yeah, fuck it, man. You know, like we're already made champs." And I was like, "What?" So you're okay with people breaking the GAs because you're guaranteed champs and they're not, and they need it. You know what I'm saying? Like the further on in the season it got, the less GAs meant, which is okay because people are fighting for their lives. But like, damn, like we gotta figure something out. We have the worst esport in terms of like integrity, rules, all that kind of stuff, man. I remember there was a point in time where like you couldn't talk about gentleman's agreement, because the league was like, "No,
was
we
this
don't
when the
want anyone to
CDL
do it."
started? Was it
I think
around that
so.
time? Probably was, right?
Like you couldn't talk about gentleman's agreements on stream. Or in
Yeah, I forgot about this.
They didn't want anyone to be like, "Damn, like we don't know how to make a fucking rule set," so they didn't let anyone fucking talk about it. And then now they're on stream and be like, "Hey, have you heard the new GA? The pros of GA snake, and let's see how this match happens." And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, they just gave up trying at some point, which I don't blame them for. I think it's
Well, yeah, because we have the funniest like kids in charge when it comes to like top competitive COD. That like they don't give a fuck what they say on stream. They don't care because what's the league gonna do? Fine them? Like, guess what? They make so much fucking money. I don't give a fuck about no fine. They'll just say whatever they want because I'll make it back in views and subs and everything like that.
Yeah, I don't know again, I'm not here to determine who's telling the truth because it's one of those things you really can't tell. But a 1.3 online versus at home, I will give one defense to Kismet, one straightforward defense. And you hear it from pros too. Trey can attest to it as well. On LAN, it's much harder to sound whore than it is at home. It's much more difficult, and you hear this from any pro. You can ask if you guys are Shotzi fans or Scum, whoever. You can ask them in their streams or Dash, whoever. You can ask them yourself. It's a lot harder to hear over the crowd and in the earbuds than it is at home with the mix amp in your own settings, cranked up all the way. It's a very different. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that, oh yeah, Kiz was definitely using loudness EQ. There's no way to say that with truth. But I will acknowledge that I've heard from multiple pros that at home it's a lot easier to sound hard than it is on LAN. So that's in defense of some of these guys.
I don't think Kiz was using it personally.
I just think, again, at home you can hear a lot more, and you're in perfect silence, no adrenaline, no yelling. Your sound settings are cranked up. You're not in earbuds. You're in a headset that is optimally designed to hear the surround sound of footsteps and shit. It makes sense. It makes sense why people are better at home. I mean, it would make a lot of sense why people are better at home. Other things like nerves, crowd loudness, and things I think are much more important factors than simply just loudness EQ explaining why someone's good at search. I think that's a little bit overblown.
Speaking of being better at home, OpTic Texas, baby. They rock up to LAN and they get bopped out of there by the king. You gotta think the greatest Lion Man card of all time goes to OpTic Scub, absolutely slapping those boys around. So this is interesting. Obviously, they teased this for a bit of time, what it was going to be. I think Hitch mentioned on a podcast the other day that Black Ops 2, so they were going to do 2 show matches. It was going to be the OpTic Legacy match happening later in the day that was going to be on Black Ops 4, I think was initially the plan, which may well have been much more competitive. The Black Ops 2 match they were going to run was going to be OpTic Watch Party versus Flank Watch Party. That was the intention, I think, to get the Flank boys to fly out there for this event. And in the end, it didn't happen for various reasons, and therefore they decided to run this on Black Ops 2 instead. So I think they're probably going to get that to happen at some point. But, or BO, people are saying BO1. Yeah, it was going to be BO1 potentially, and then it was potentially going to be BO4. So there was some debate on it, I think, according to the
Rab is saying Zuma's pussy? Oh, God, chat, you hear that?
Yeah, I have basically said that, yeah.
He's saying that Flank dodged? Guys, Rab saying Flank dodged. Run it up, boys. Let them know. If any of them are live, let them know that basically Rab said that they're pussy and backed out of a challenge.
I know for a fact Benjay Nassim defo dodged that. He didn't want to be made a mockery of doing these mad routes.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Black Ops 2, Benjay.
Who wins? Flank versus Breakdown?
What about Flank versus Breaking Point?
Breakdown's 2 people, dog. What are you talking about? It's got to be their watch party.
Yeah, no, it'd be the Breakdown watch party. Would be Scump, Methods, Bows, and
Hex.
Yeah.
Versus, but then see with the Flank, would it be Ben or would it be Tommy, Octane, Aches, and Parasite?
It'd be Ben. Ben's the co-host of the show. It'd be Ben, Tommy, and then probably Octane, Parasite.
Well, that's an automatic L just to keep it $150.
Wait for who?
Nah, but like if Hex is on the other side, I mean,
you think the Flanks lose?
I ain't said nothing. I'm gonna drink my smoothie.
Yeah, Benjay's got your hill time though. He's gonna plant that rock.
I feel like Tommy, Octane, and Haggy.
Pretty good trio.
Flanks clearing that.
Brother, the king is on the other team, and you know who else they got? Big Zinni!
Big Bez. Scum Zinni Bows.
He's cooking their shit, bro.
Scum Zinni Bows Hex.
Haggy grinds the game. Alright, guys, listen. Hex versus Benjay. It would feed generations, but Hex is slamming Ben 10 times out of 10. You guys are forgetting that Hex is like a COD grind.
Yeah, he plays the game. That's why, like, OpTic Watch Party have to win that. There's no way they don't win. But the only way that Flank have a chance is if Hex is on the team.
We keep it $150 though. If it was the Breaking Point watch party versus the Flank watch party, that's a good matchup right there. I think we could do it.
So
who's our
me, Ace, Ronnie.
Oh yeah, we would just take Ronnie in. Oh no, we might be cooked. Fuck it.
Ronnie's also a Black Ops 3.
I'll keep it so real with you. I think we'd get bopped by both.
Depends on what game we're playing, Trey.
Black Ops 3 we're winning. Black Ops 2 we're taking them down.
I think I'm gonna have to seriously hit the fucking squats and shit just to get you boys on the fucking hard carry. I can't lie.
I don't know about that, Trey.
I'm cooking Black Ops 3. I'm cooking Benjay shit.
You haven't played COD since Black Ops 3. In the last game, you punched your desk.
I picked up my controller the other week. Once or twice.
Yes.
It's dusty as fuck, my controller. I haven't been playing it. I haven't picked it up in so long. I'm so washed up, honestly. It's actually a joke.
Hey, that makes me think, though, we might have to pick up someone else. Like a fourth guest or something like that. We'll just get an ex-pro. We'll pay him the mint.
Yeah. We'll pay him the minimum CDL salary
We'll
to be on our show.
We'll pay him the minimum breaking point salary.
Okay, yeah.
Not the min COD League salary.
Yeah,
Jesus.
the mid BP salary.
I know we got budget, Rab, but Jesus.
Yeah, we ain't got budget quite like that. Pick up line batteries, but pick up Dunks and Sir Martin. Oh, he would love us. He already loves us. He might come in.
Yeah, biggest fan of us, absolutely.
We might have chalked every relationship possible.
I'm down.
That's y'all, man. Nah. Relationships are nice and are cooking right now, actually.
Oh, what are you
Season
talking
starting in
about?
February. Ooh.
Well, I mean, okay, the season ain't going to start in February. There's definitely going to be online qualifiers before then. Hopefully there's going to be qualifiers before Christmas with any luck.
Y'all cool with Vickle now? So have Vickle. No, we were cool for about a week until we called his team shit.
We did do that, and we're about to do it again in about 20 minutes here, so...
Beautiful. Love that. Love that for us.
But yeah, so Scump and the boys, they absolutely dominated it. Here's Scump just trick shotting. Now, okay, there's obviously caveats here because they're playing on console. They're not playing on Plutonium PC. They're playing with input delay. The Dynasty boys have played it before. I don't know. But at the end of the day, this is embarrassing. I think they've got to drop OpTic Texas. It's got to be done.
I think it's good to see that they have so much, Damon, Krim, he be racing, but they still got a lot of juice in their tank. And if those boys came back, I'm not going to put it like in that facet, but, I think if you put them even on MW3 versus OpTic Texas, they get fried, but it wouldn't be like, I don't think it would be like this. I think it'd be closer than we think it would be.
I am so shocked that they didn't take a fucking map, though.
Yeah,
they
lost
like a round 11 search, I think, when Scum dropped 19. They could have won this
we're
map.
talking about Dashi, Kenny, Predshot, who play COD like all the time versus Karma, who probably haven't played COD in 2 years.
Karma was just chilling. The thing is, Karma spawned in to warm up the boys at COD Champs this year and it was cooking them. Apparently he was killing their confidence because Karma was spawning into the free-for-alls and was just slamming his own team trying to warm them up for Champs.
So he started playing COD and Black Ops 3. Yeah, I mean, they probably didn't know what was going on, to be honest with you.
Game must feel so different. Like, if you never played Black Ops 2 really before, going back to playing that, like an actual good game, compared to modern CODs,
it's so slow.
Even watching that Black Ops 1 gameplay a second ago was genuinely giving me a rock.
If you go play like Cold War and then go back to Black Ops 2, it feel like your arm aches because you feel like you need to sprint faster.
That's actually true, yeah. Wow. Rest in peace. So Scump drops 19. Casual. The king.
You gotta think.
Gotta think he should come back.
You know what I saw? I saw a tweet that actually kind of made me a little bit sad today. Is that someone said it was from like one of the breaking point cards. It was like, if Scump still cared, he would still be one of the best in the game.
Which I think is
yeah,
true,
for sure.
I think.
Yeah, and that it made me upset because like, you got like the Scumpy from like back in the day that was just like frying and screaming on stage, let's fucking go, to like, you saw him like towards the end of it, it was like, fuck, like we're losing him day by day in terms of like the passion.
The thing is, Scump is still such a competitor. Like, as soon as this event was announced, I knew Scump was getting MVP because that's just what he does. Like, and even when he was warming up for this event, they were warming up, shooting each other, playing a free fall or something. Scump had his aim assist off because someone had turned it off by accident, and he was like, he couldn't shoot straight because the aim assist was off, and he was threatening to like pull out of the event. Like, he was like, something's wrong with my shit. Like, I ain't playing this because like, you don't want to. Even an event like this, Scump's not trying to go out there on stage and get embarrassed. Like, Scump wants to win. So it was like some sort of BS going on. Scump's gonna. Like, yeah, Phenom's right. He tries so hard for these off-season events. But, like, Scump can't give that level of commitment and care all year.
It's because he wants to let everyone know that, like, I'm the fucking dog's bollock.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Exactly.
Like, you boys are still pups. You ain't coming over. Especially on Black Ops 2, he was trying so hard for this.
Yeah. And even
'Cause
what
this is
Scump
his
said on the
game.
show, exactly,
this is
yeah,
his
this is one of
game.
his games. I mean, Scump, Crim, Karma. To be fair, Crim and Karma were probably the two guys in debate for best in the game that year. Crim also had a 1.9 this tournament as well, so it wasn't like, okay, it was a series, right? It wasn't a tournament. But yeah, as PD says, Scump has won every OpTic off-season event. Yeah, that's so funny. Scump is like just insane every time. So they can't play Black Ops 2 again. If they play Black Ops 2, it's got to be on something else going forwards. But yeah, Scump will just try so hard in these. But it's a good point. Like, I don't know if the game had stayed better, would Scump still be around? I don't know if he would be, just because it's like what happened with Tens recently, right? So Tens, CS player back in the day, transitioned to Valorant. Valorant's like golden boy, whatever. On Sentinels, biggest name, one of the best players, won a couple of international events, never won the world championship, and Tens is maybe 20, I don't know if it's 22, 23, something like that. And he's retired from competitive and now he's just going to be a streamer full time. And like on some level, I'm like, it's kind of sad that a player with that much potential would prefer to just make content rather than maybe fulfill their potential as a player, is one way of looking at it. But also it makes way more sense for the players. Like, I get it. Like, you make way more money streaming, have an easier, less stressful life. Like, I'm not knocking the decision. But I feel
Damon's
like
looking wham in that photo. Is he not?
Yeah, no, I mean, like,
Bro,
Karma was whammed in Black Ops 2 as well. This is
Yeah,
Black
can I
Ops
give it a $150? Dave is a sexy man. I'm not gonna lie. That's a sexy guy right there.
He
Okay?
is, but that arm is looking mental.
Yeah, his right arm was doing the work. Carry motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Doing massive work, carrying the load. He's doing what he got to do, brother.
This picture right here reminds me of that fucking that WWE meme where the guy's like, where the guy's like crying, where he's about to like well up.
Oh yeah, okay, I
Can't
know what you
remember
mean.
it is,
I'm trying to find Karma Black Ops 2 picture. I mean, this is Karma. I think this is Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 Karma.
No, I know which picture. I know which picture I'm trying to find. There's a specific picture I'm trying to find.
This might be Advanced Warfare Karma.
This guy Damon Karma was fucking. He's a stud muffin.
Look at this guy.
Damon used to be a wrestler.
Really?
I don't know if I can buy that right now.
Yeah, that's how.
I've known Damon for 10 years. I don't think I could sit there and go, Damon, did you used to do wrestling?
But that's my point, PT, right? It's like, I totally get why guys like Tens retired, but also, even if Scump still did have the passion and the game was better, I feel like Scump also might have, just decided himself that it just makes more sense to call it a day.
50K in a month on Twitch, you can only imagine.
You can only imagine. Yeah. And also, Scump is Scump. He has access to the best partnerships. Like, I don't know what they paid him to promote that film that he Smile or what, I don't know, like promoting some shit the other day.
Hey, take that pic right there. Look at him on the right. That fool looks like a monster.
Okay, this is a good one.
I'm not gamers, bro.
This is a good one.
Brother, he looks like he's about to star in the next American Pie.
Bro, that's fucking that's Matt Damon playing Karma. You get what I'm saying? That's fucking Matt Damon right there. He's a sexy motherfucker. Like that dude doesn't look like he should be playing COD and winning rings. No bullshit.
Yeah, this is 2013 World Champion MVP on the right hand side.
Hey, tell me if you guys agree with me or not. You guys don't leave me hanging dry here. That's a stud muffin right there. Yeah.
This is such a legendary photo, man. I love this shit. Look at this. Look at Killer. Miracles. What a player. But yeah, DB4.
Yeah, you guys are insane.
Championship rings now. Maybe 5 next year. We'll see.
We can keep running it though. That's fucking insane though.
Right, this makes me so sad, man.
I mean, it's over a decade ago, man.
Makes me so sad.
Like 11 and a half years ago. It's going to be 12 years ago next year. That's crazy to think about, isn't it? But I was on Black Ops 2. Karma was probably the best in the game, world champion. Killer comes out with a yearly tweet and I love it every time. Yeah, this is how he does it. But yeah, I mean, they take the win. Obviously, we had this as well, the 250 to 12. I mean, I don't want to say it, but these guys might be washed.
I mean, this isn't even fair.
But this is like what happens when you have a game that's competitive and people know the spawns. Like, you can just absolutely embarrass the other team. Like, I don't even think you could do this nowadays.
Two of those guys haven't even played this map before.
Skills that, like, your gun skill doesn't matter on a game like this. It's all about rotation and putting them in a spawn trap because they spawn so far away. Like, yeah, when I was watching this, I was like, damn, there's no way they like can't get a fucking kill. Like, it's these fucking they've just won champs, but like realistically, like Crim, Scum, Formal, Karma, they've not lost it, you know, but a game like this where they know everything, they'll put anyone in the mud on this game.
Yeah, those four in this game, I don't care who you put up against them right now. It's muscle memory at this point with these guys. Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, no aim assist. No base mug says it. No dynamic aim assist. Gotta think. You gotta actually aim and shoot someone and be better than other people.
You gotta think, Trey.
What did I say a few weeks ago?
That guy Scump Karma, man. It's just muscle memory. That's all it is.
What did I say?
Okay, so they walk away with the championship. Here are the boys. They get their check for $10,000. We got the dollar sign, then we got another dollar sign.
Wasn't there a video where Hex said he wasn't given Scump?
Wow, we're going to talk about that in a second, yeah. So you see how absolutely buzzing Scump is here, right? I'm not just talking about the hair. But Scump's like beaming in his 10K or 2.5K championship dub. He's loving it. We know what Scump's like. And then apparently Hex in the car ride home then told Scump that money isn't actually real. So, okay, this clip is still up on Sport Up GG, so I'm just going to play it real quick what Scump had to say here, because he wasn't a happy man.
Hector's fucked up, because I'm in the car with Hector after the event. We're driving back, you know. The Hector's like, you know that prize pool was fake, right? And I was like, what the fuck do you mean that prize pool is fake? What are you talking about? I'm getting my $2,500. Are you fucking kidding me? So now, you guys are here to bear witness that he tried to pull that shit, and I will collect. I will collect. And if I don't collect, I will cry baby cheese until I can't cry baby cheese anymore. And it's as simple as that.
Okay, so this is the issue when you got OpTic Scump on your team, that he wants the money. But also, you got to say fair enough. If he thought there was a 10K prize pool on the line, I don't know, I'm expecting 10K to arrive in the bank account.
Does Scump show up without a prize pool?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, Hex on the podcast said he was joking. This is what I speculated at the time, that maybe it was just a joke. Because otherwise, like, I don't know, because Cash App was sponsoring the event. So what I thought, that's probably where the money came from, right? Like, there's a check here and it says Cash App on it. So you got to think that this money's real.
Yeah, no, 100% he's getting his cash. Scump is notoriously very much about his cash. I don't think OpTic's definitely not carrying the load for this event. That 10K is going to come from Cash App. He's getting his money. These four guys are getting their money. I think it was just a joke, and Scump definitely wanted to tell the stream just for the entertainment of it. Well, yeah, otherwise we're going to hear about it the whole year. Scump, every time he turns on his watch party to 50,000 people, is going to say this.
Yeah.
Goddamn guy Hex hasn't paid me my 2,500. He's going to let the people know for sure.
What game should they play next? What game do you think would be more competitive? If they run it back again?
IW.
Ooh, interesting. I actually agree that a jetpack game would be like more competitive. Even though these guys like dominated on the jetpack titles, it would be more interesting.
Formal might slam motherfuckers on that game.
That is true.
I hope he does. Again, I hope he does. My whole thing is they should play something. The rumor that I heard was that they were going to play they're going to play 2 or 3 different games. That was the rumor I heard. They're going to play IW, they're going to play like Black Ops 4, and then play MW 2 or 3. Like basically everyone's games that they were good at, they're going to do a series in each game. But I think IW would make a lot of sense, right? Because it gives Legacy obviously has the advantage, but like, are they still the IW Like, it still gives that kind of like, nostalgia for fans and all that. I think IW would be a great game.
Yeah, Black Ops 3. Something like that would be pretty good.
Black Ops 3 is always the of course cheese. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, BF4 would be pretty good as well.
BO3, BO4, IW, AW would be fun too. Only game I think that wouldn't be fun to watch would be like Cold War, World War II, or like MW 2019. Any of those games right there. MW 2019, MW2. Fuck all those games. Anything before that or after that, good. Those 4 windows, absolutely not.
Speaking of formal in that context, is he coming back? He goes to the Halo World Championships. They come second again. Formal's obviously been fuming about it on stream. He's talking about he can't handle this for another year. There's no way that he's going to grind out Halo for another season if he doesn't get a God squad. He's not going to play with anyone on this year's team. We're not going to talk about the Halo drama and like who should be dropped, who should be kept, whatever. The point being, Formal was talking about the possibility of coming back in. He actually said, Formal, that he didn't necessarily explicitly say he had like multiple CDL offers, but he basically said that if he was going to make the decision to come back, then it was a decision that he had to make obviously a few weeks ago. And he definitely implies that the option would have been there, as I think it should have been. I mean, let's be honest here. Even if Formal might not be the player that he used to be, if you signed Formal as any team out there in the league, assuming you're not one of the top teams, let's say you're Toronto and down that could have the option to sign Formal really, you're either getting an absolute peak level Formal who's going to be stud on the map and incredibly experienced, or you're getting a very experienced, still better than average AR with a massive fan base and winning, mentality. So I think either way, it's kind of a no-brainer. So Formal maybe had the opportunity, but obviously he would have had to make that call long before the season ended for Halo, so it wasn't really going to be feasible. And obviously he's kind of worked it in his head as to, well, if he comes back to COD, it's more effort on some level because they grind harder than in Halo in terms of practice. So my feeling is he's going to stay in Halo, but I know that it's been a talking point. Thoughts, gentlemen?
I sent you a little breaking.
I just found one. Looking for some CDL pros to take part in a tournament Monday 21st on MW3. $, and Bon Voyage to the old title. Wow, can you believe it? Wait, this is a couple of days ago now. Interesting. I actually didn't see this at the time.
I saw this too.
It seems a little interesting. I guess I don't know what it is. I don't know what the event would be, right? It seems kind of super random, honestly. Spence? What secret location land center do you have that these pros are going to be playing on for money? Why is it?
It's going to be online, bro. This is the CDL, dog. It's going to be online.
Can we do this during the year? Or like, what's up, A mid-season little COD Pro tournament?
You think any pros sat there and replied to it?
Only Alec responded to it.
Not to the tweet. Like, obviously, they're going to send out DMs and stuff like that, too. But, like, does a pro really want to sit there 4 days before Black Ops 6 comes out and go, yeah, we'll play some MW3, man, fuck it?
Some of the pros would, but some could not be. They could not be asked.
I feel like, it'd have to be like the pros that didn't make realistically much cash last year, or challengers players like Alec and stuff who would be super down to still play and get some money on it. Everyone else is not flying out, or actually, it'd probably be if it's an online tournament and there's cash involved. I'm sure most of them would do it. Like Scrap would still play, Hydra, Scrap. I think all these guys would play as long as they're home and just chilling. Why not play for some cash if you get to play from home? Make your bread.
Or people would rather just not play the game and go do something fun for that day.
Nah, if it's it depends how much cash. If it's like $1,000 a piece, no, they're not gonna do it. If it's like $2,500, they'll play.
It's like the Warzone stuff, right? People are talking about how you get the CDL pros to actually play in like a CDL Warzone tourney. The only way to do it is to put up serious bags, otherwise they won't bother playing. Which is fair enough, like, you don't blame them. I'd do the same, probably.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
No, I think a lot of people just don't want to play the game.
Yeah, ain't got it like that.
They already done that Bon Voyage at EWC.
Yeah, especially the ones that did well, they made a load of money.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk another couple of rosters because there are some questions on whether these teams are ass. Because...
Hey, we got a shout out in this, really.
We did get a shout out. We did get a shout out in this. Should we play it for the boys? Actually,
We did.
Wait, was it? It was this clip. It was this clip. Let me go full screen.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Que ¿Por qué crees que deberías de estar en el equipo?
Por esto. Pues si lo dice Breaking Point.
¿Qué pasa?
So there we go. The breaking point card comes through. The Lion Man card hits the deck. This is actually a great little video here. But look, Trey, it's Heretics. It's your favorite roster, your favorite organization. They're
Low
back
key
with
with
a
the
bang
maps,
for the
they
new
might be
season.
fucking with the maps they this year. They might be fucking good. They might be fucking class.
That is a good point, Ace.
Wow.
That's Trey, not Ace.
No, I was saying Ace, give you a perspective.
Okay. I thought you were saying good point, Ace. Okay. Now my only thoughts is, I'm surprised they still haven't clarified who's the bench player and who's not with Vikla Rencor.
No, but we heard about that.
Did we hear the clarity on it?
No, the clarity was that
There is no clarity.
the clarity is that we think it's gonna be swapping in and out.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, that's what I'm saying. That's what we're presuming from the last year, exactly what they did. They're running it back, but then who's going to be their starting four? That's kind of the idea. Is Rencor there just in case someone messes up, or who's going to be their starting players for the year?
Didn't Ray House sneak this on Twitter too? Am I faded?
Oh.
Us? What do we do? What the fuck?
I think he did.
Let's have a look at this. Wait, I might go hater arc. Don't give me a reason. But also people are saying free Real.
He quoted tweeted it saying raise the buyout with a skull emoji, excited to represent Miami this upcoming season.
Do
So I
we
think it's
believe
more
him?
of a cope. Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah, wait, what's his Twitter? Let me find the shit.
REEALJM.
Lock it in. We found it. Yeah, good tweet from Real here. Yeah, do we believe him here? I think it does smell like cope, I'm not going to lie. Because he was meant to be on Toronto, but then they ran out of money. Or Miami refused to sell him, basically, so unlucky. He wanted to go. Ultra wanted him. It never happened. I don't think it's necessarily going to chalk their chemistry, but it's probably not going to be ideal. And he's also basically their best player, right? So there is that. But I like the Rencor pickup.
Do we see visa issues come Major 1, though? No. You don't need a visa to go compete in a different country.
It shouldn't be a problem. If you're going to try and compete in, like, Korea, then I think it can be a problem. But
I mean, it's just essentially like them going on holiday to Spain from, you know what I'm saying?
well, it depends how they do it, because back in the day, yeah, but nowadays, like, they try and do it properly, you know? They try and, like, not break the law. Whereas back in the day, like, you know, we do what we want.
Socials guy for Heretics in the Discord said that they're going to run trials when the game comes out. The socials guy.
Socials guy. Not the coach? Not the captain?
Not a player.
Not a player?
The Twitter guy.
Socials guy. The Twitter guy just leaked it. That's video work. The Twitter guy just...
Because he probably sat there and messaged and was like, right, so like, what's the tweet? You know, am I tweeting starting lineup sub, and then they just go, "No, we're gonna try him out." so like, who am I announcing? They go, "Everyone, everyone, get him up there."
They're all in. This is my boy Rencor.
That's your boy. You mentioned his name, and all of a sudden he's on a team the next year.
gotta
Literally
think,
a year
right?
apart.
That's crazy.
A year apart, bro.
He's like the only rookie in the whole league apart from the Falcons guys.
No,
as it
Davey,
stands.
if that's what was said, that's what was said. Like, if you're telling us that the socials guy said they're gonna run trials,
No, we're not roasting you, Davey. It just sounds.
yeah.
We weren't roasting you. We just roasted the idea of the socials guy leaking it and nobody else saying anything.
Because they wouldn't even say anything.
Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't say anything. This is funny, but it makes sense. Like that is what they're gonna do because they did the same last year.
Does that say Heretics on top of that building, or is that edited on?
Is that their facility?
It's probably no. It's definitely edited on.
No, I don't think edited on because you can see the shadow of the letters on the wall.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's edited on. That's kind of cool.
Wait, what? I've been to their facility. It don't look like that, fam. Unless they put it up just for the day or something. But like, I've been to their facility. If they got a new one, then it is Maybe they finally got out of Fort Lauderdale. Now they're in Miami. Maybe that's the case.
Oh, that's Davey said that's their office in Spain, which does
Oh,
make
I was
sense.
thinking that. It makes way more
Oh,
sense.
that's
It
tight.
does
This
make
also
sense.
looks like Spain, let's be real. This ain't
Yeah, no,
Miami.
it definitely it don't
Look at these
look like
buildings.
Miami for sure.
You're so cultured, Rab. You know that it's Spain for the singular building we can see in the background.
Right,
I can
like,
see 2 buildings.
be for real.
That could be anywhere. I don't know where that is.
I mean,
It could be Raleigh,
know.
North Carolina.
Also,
for all I know.
knows,
also,
mate.
someone said Hicksy didn't get a spot. Listen, that motherfucker is
Hicksy. You want me to find you, Hicksy?
he's gonna be on Vancouver.
He is in a
With
spot.
Mr. He's going to be on Vancouver, Mr. Nasty. If you guys followed them on Instagram, you would have seen them both post a story on Instagram, standing next to each other.
Oh, sheet. We got leaks. Sheet.
Wow.
But like they took the same video, and you can
Yeah,
see both their
yeah.
shadows. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, I see. They ain't even trying to hide it. But the thing is with Vancouver is they're actually out there in Vancouver. Like, they're playing out of Vancouver.
Yeah, good.
Which
What's
is
the problem
cool.
with that?
But, like, I'm just saying, internet and that, no?
Yeah, it's gonna be shit, but it's still
Yeah,
cool.
it's gonna be really tough. Yeah, it's gonna be really tough.
It's gonna be really shit, but it's cool.
Oh, they'll
Vancouver's,
probably,
Vancouver's expensive too.
Yeah.
they'll probably be on like Bell Fiber too, so it's gonna be ass. But you still have some like good. If they're hosting, they'll be good.
I think Vancouver might be one of the most expensive places to live in if you're in the CDL.
That's
And
what
let's
I've
not
heard
forget,
as well.
let's not
People
forget the
saying.
Canada tax too. Let's not forget
Oh,
you're getting robbed living there, and you're getting robbed by Canada. So it's fucking double taxation.
they're on the freebie right now for sure.
They're fighting for their lives every tournament, trying to make a single dollar after this year.
And look at the apartment they're in too. They're not paying for it, of course. Seattle paying for that, but like, damn,
No, they're in a nice ass spot.
they're in a nice ass spot.
Yeah, this is looking nice. All right, the other team, Toronto, confirm their roster, official. Insight Kleenex, they're staying around. The duo runs it back. Joe Deceives, Beans, closing out the roster. I think, as we said before, this is probably the best they could realistically have done. But are they going to be able to mix it up with the big boys?
I'm gonna let Trey cook here because this is all the Euros, and I'm gonna let Trey cook. Go ahead.
I mean, we've seen it before. They've done it with, Cammy, Bance, Insight, Kleenex. Like, they've done it before. They could definitely do it again. I think Beans is a very good player. I think on this game, from the maps that we saw, it's definitely going to be a fast-paced game. So, Kleenex and Joe Deceives makes sense. Beans, I don't know if he's a fast or a slow player, but if you're a pro, I feel like you should know when to be fast and be slow. Like, you shouldn't just be iron boots all the time. I like the roster. It's just going to depend whether it meshes or not, really.
I'm of the idea here. I know some people in chat are saying like they live and die by Joe. I don't think Joe is gonna be the problem. I think Joe and Kleenex together make a lot of sense, and that's a bombastic sub duo if I've ever heard of one. I'm excited to see them work and cook. I think their key factor, their X factor, is going to be Insight's performance, and if he can adapt and move with the team, and if it is a fast game, in a game where people need to be like consistently, you spawn up and need to move quickly to a spot and just be in the mix fast, I think your X factor in this team is going to be Insight more than anyone else.
I think that's the question, right? Because Insights and Clinics, they decided to is a difficult way to put it, but they've taken a pay cut to stay here. That's what Ronnie said anyway. And it's tough because they're probably on good cash. They're probably still on decent cash. But they took what is probably a very substantial pay cut to stay together on this team, basically because they had no better other options, right? I mean, at best, they're trying to form what is on paper the fourth best team that has some upside. They weren't going to get opportunities to go elsewhere. They've probably done the best they could with the opportunities available. But to be honest, I think if they could have got Sib, obviously you think about it, I think Beans can have as equally as good an upside, but is a bit more of an unknown. And then Joe Deceives is just better than getting Real as far as I'm concerned. So I actually think of the options they had that they've just done the right thing here. I don't know how much they would have paid Thieves to get Joe, because obviously they gave Thieves a pretty good deal for Scrap and Envoy, we think. So maybe Thieves gave him a good deal in return for Joe. But yeah, I think often it does come down to the SMGs. Joe Deceives needs to step up. Beans needs to be more consistent. But Beans is getting his first real opportunity on a team for like an entire year, right? Like from the start of the season. He's got opportunities before, but they've been mid-season, Boston Bleach, like it doesn't count.
Yeah. Again, they made the best roster they could. I think they picked their most guaranteed pieces in a sense. Like Joe Deceives is a guarantee. I think he was the best sub available that you can get. And Beans, I think Beans makes sense with the other, the Euro connection. I know people will downplay it and say it's not a thing, but I do definitely think it does exist. Obviously, he had a good, he showed the reason why he needs to be in the league, and you weren't gonna get Dante. You bring up Dante, but I don't think you were gonna get him, just considering what happened with C9 and all that stuff. I think he was kind of a lock to remain. So who else are you gonna get, right? I think Toronto truly made the best two roster decisions they could make with the most consistent and guaranteed players they can get. I'm excited to see them perform. On paper, they look great. It's really just, does the team mesh, and can they compete with the top three? And is it going to be a battle for fourth or fifth between them and C9? Is that really going to be how the year plays out? That's what it looks like on paper. But sometimes the paper don't end up burning the right way.
I want to share what the OpTic guys had to say on this. So they sat down on the podcast the other day, and they were talking about the Game Chat show. Now Pred got back from his world tour, and they were talking about a few of these teams, giving their perspective. And as we saw earlier, the clips were there, but the clips have now disappeared because they just disappeared on Spawn Up's thing for some reason. So I'll just share them through the Reddit here. So I'll share a couple of minutes of this with various discussions. This is pretty funny. But OpTic cooking Gentlemates, OpTic kind of cooking some other teams as well. Pred giving the benefit of the doubt to his boys on the new Surge team. And also, well, his boys on the new, formerly Surge, is what I mean to say, new Cloud9 team. He also likes the Surge team as well, potentially more so than this Toronto team. So, yeah, there's a couple of things I'll share.
Can we talk about that Gentlemates team? Like, are they just thinking like, yo, we could just fill in Paco with another French kid?
Yeah, we
could just we just need another French SMG kid.
A French guy that doesn't touch pill.
That literally is what they did. That's actually hilarious.
They're like, wait, we found we found the formula.
Bro, that is so funny. Gentlemates is literally C9V2.
Yeah. And I feel like Ultra just
Gentlemates is literally MW2, bro. It's actually 2023 MW2. They even got a French kid for like, they're just trying to run back the magic.
That is actually comedy. I did not know that was a thing,
bro.
That's funny.
It's so annoying for Lindsay.
They're gonna replace because they had Sender. They're gonna try to look for somebody like Bender. They're gonna try to look for they're gonna try to look for somebody like.
No, they're gonna get Sam Phoenix.
Yeah. They're gonna try to get somebody to match.
The C9 team. Mac,
yeah,
my boy Mac Melts is back.
It's money,
he's gonna be gross at this game. Crimp, that guy's guaranteed single dig.
I just feel like Crimp like the odd one out. No.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to like looking at the roster, like you can tell like
those are boys.
Like
those three are the legit boys.
That's what I'm saying. Then like the four, like Crimp is just like, oh man.
Just Elim game. Elim game. I think Max got a sneaky pre-workout into Crimp, dude.
Wait.
Wait, why is Crimp tall as fuck though, dude? I swear. It's like 6'1" or something.
Wait, I just seen. Can we talk?
Can't hide behind his monitor. Is the worst.
Month.
Your call,
bro. Bro, I'm gonna call this right now. I'll call this right now. The Falcons is the best team out of all these teams in the first like month.
Your call,
bro. Because that's how it works. Like,
they're about to have so
remember
much.
At BO4, like the Miami team, they just spawn. Like whenever a team like this just spawns in, they be like in the beginning of the game where the game doesn't matter how you play.
Yeah.
Like they are the best.
Yeah, because they're their own style.
I'm actually happy for them though. I'm glad that they're in. Honestly.
Yeah. Once like people figured out that Miami is just basically hiding like everywhere. Once people figured that out, because they were 5-2 in the first stage. Because I'm like, wait, what are they doing? Then you realize you play against them, like you can't find them for the.
Okay, yeah, so that's what the OpTic guys had to say on the teams. I think their perspective is pretty interesting, Trey. Go on.
When we do it, we get roasted. When they do it, it's cool.
Yeah, people are putting this shit on Reddit. It's crazy, huh?
Wow, they're like, wow, it's great to have some, some honesty from people. We're it, and everyone's like, nah, man, these guys are fucking pricks.
It's OpTic, brother. I remember I had this take one time about OpTic saying some stuff too, and y'all looked at me, were like, "It's OpTic, though. It's OpTic. What do you want us to do, fam?" It is what it is, man.
Like, bro, like we said this last week. We get roasted on Twitter. These guys say, like, bro, Dashy's so right about these guys, you know.
Yeah, dropping the single-digit demon in there again. That's how we say that. We get
Well,
cooked.
I said Kremp's going to be the issue on that team. I was like, wow, are you sure? Like, bro, like he was cooking at challenge. We got Kremp. He goes, yeah. Well, he's dropping single. Everyone's like, fuck yeah. Dash you for president. I say it. I'll get him fucking publicly executed on fucking Maine.
I don't know. I again, I'm still of the thing that the thought that Mac and Kremp can work. I think C9 is going to be good. I think it's going to be them in Toronto. I don't think C9 or Toronto is going to do any surprises, and like the top 3 is very solidified. But it's going to be those two fighting for the 4th and 5th position. But ultimately, it doesn't matter because 4th and 5th play each other at champs anyways. So just C9 and Toronto, just already have in your head you're going to play each other.
They did talk about Surge as well. Like, Pred said he kind of likes the Surge team. And Kenny said the same thing with the Boozer 04 plus the other guys. So, that's a possibility. I'm a bit concerned about the slaying power of having Hixie on the roster, right? Because obviously they got rid of Hook. And I know that I just saw this today. I thought I'd just bring it up while we mention Hook real quick because Hook's not going to be in the starting rosters for next season. I think he's got a team with Capsidal, Spartan, Prolute for challenges at the start of next year. But Hook's not going to be on a starting roster. He was obviously linked to this team. He was linked to, obviously was on Surge formerly. He was linked to go to Rocker, which didn't happen because they've got Nero instead. So people even say, could Hook go back to Halo or something strange? Obviously unlikely. But yeah, that's kind of where we are right now in the league, where there's just big name players that aren't getting the opportunities back again. It's going to be inevitable, but I know there's been lots of talk about Hook, especially given like the player that he's been in the past.
I don't know. Trey said it before. People gotta get fat again. Once you get fat, you get your powers back.
Nah, bro, Listen, I don't know what happened to Hugh. Like, look at that guy right there. We lost that guy. You know? He's, I mean, I still think he's good enough to be on the team. I definitely, if you want to be real, I'm probably replacing Hugh with Kremp. I think that team goes better then, too.
What? That's a shit take. Kremp just had a performance this year with 100T and outplaced anyone's perspective of where they should be. Everyone thought 100T was going to be ass this year. And they actually placed well. AWC, did better at champs than people thought they were going to. He's part of that.
I think Hugh's a better player than Kremp.
I wouldn't say not recently. Like I said, not recency bias in COD is a thing. We have to accept that it is, right?
Recently, we haven't played COD in 3 months.
No, I mean recency as an MW3, right? Like this recent game, you have to take placings and stuff from this game. In this game, Kremp is a better pickup than Hook is, and I say as an overall player, I mean in a fast-paced type of game, I think Kremp and S&D especially is going to be a good player. I think Hook is, again, we talked about this before. We were rehashing old things, but Hook's a liability in my sense in terms of playing together with his team. You live and die by Hook, and that's one of those things when you're playing with the top tiers of players. Live and dying by someone is good sometimes, but it can also be fucking the worst shit in the world.
And that's why I also said that that's the team that's going to have the first roster change this year.
Fair enough.
Okay, this is the other point then, because go on, Trey, then I'll go.
I was gonna say Loki, if I cook and they replace Kremp for Hugh, oof.
Oh my god, imagine. To be fair, Hook is probably one of the first people getting picked up, to be honest. Like,
probably.
I think they give him one more shot, and after that might be cooked. But
there's really not many subs. There's not many subs in challengers that you want on your team. So I think Hook is definitely the top of the list. But if you really think about it, there's who's a sub right now that's like a standout player that you'd want to replace on a top 6 team, for example. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Capsidal is probably the best shout.
Capsidal and Hook are on the same challengers team, so like.
I would take Capsidal over Hook, to be honest.
Capsidal outperforms one another.
Capsidal and Max sounds kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Sounds kind of inconsistent. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean.
But that's what you get with whatever you do. I mean, like, You get Kremp, you're asking for that, but you're wanting some upside too. And you know, I've kind of been of the mindset of building teams with upside, even if they're having consistency problems, because at least if everything clicks, you might win. Better to form a team with the potential to win than a team that you know is going to bottle it when they get to LAN, which is obviously a problem with Hook theoretically over the last couple of years. But I know there's been thoughts because Hook was, well, he's Dutch kind of, but he was born in Saudi Arabia. So I know there's been people linking, if Falcons make a change, bring in Hook, Saudi player, veteran, captain, talent. I don't know if I love the idea, but I kind of see it. And
it's a dumbass take. Not out of you, but what people are saying, like, it's a dumbass take. It's like, oh, Lamar was born in LA, so he should be on the LA-based team. Like, bro, what are we talking about here? Oh, this guy was born here. Like, nah, bro, what are we talking about? The guy, he doesn't claim, he's not on stage being like, Assalamu alaikum, everybody, habibis. Like, he's not representing Saudi in this way where, like, they would take, he's the forefront guy. Just him being born in Saudi, I don't think qualifies him necessarily for the Falcons to be like, yeah, he's our top dog right there because he's a Saudi-born guy. I don't see that happening. I do see one day, though, not this year, but they get some crazy-ass team. I feel like Saudis, they're going to come through with a bag. The only team that has like a massive, massive bag. Who knows? Maybe they pull a pred out their ass. You know, they want the Muslim player. They take a pred from OpTic type shit with an insane bag. Who knows? Who knows?
That could be fire.
I'm just saying.
Like, hey, you just wanted this whole rant about, oh, well, he's born in Saudi, so it doesn't matter. And now you're like, well, they're going to sign a Muslim player because they're, Muslim org. It's like, well.
Well, no, that actually ties in. Them being born in Saudi but not repping Saudi, right? Being Muslim, you rep Muslim. Being born in Saudi but not knowing a lick of Arabic, not being part of the culture, two different things.
I kind of get that, but like on Hook's Wikipedia page, it still has a Saudi flag, so there is that.
His Wikipedia page, bro. find the bridge and look down. What are you talking about right now, bro? The fuck are you saying, man?
But yeah, Falcon Super Team will be a thing. I don't know if Kenny's right. I think Kenny's faded that they're going to be that good at the start of the game. I think they might have that Los Angeles Grillers thing where they have good chem and everything. And there will be a couple of those guys who are good. Like I think Xnid showed some good mechanical skill, but it might not be enough in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, they might need to blow it up.
I think to say that they're going to be one of the best teams at the bottom bunch is a fucking far stretch.
Oh, what Ken said?
Yeah.
Well, Kenny basically said they're going to be the best of the bottom 8. He reckons they're going to be top 4 or top 5.
He said for the first month. He said only for the first month of the game.
Yeah,
he thinks they're going to come out.
First month is fucking stretch too.
Well, first month is before the matches even start. So like Kenny's kind of chilling with that take.
Maybe first map.
Can you bring up? Wait, actually, to connect this to something, Rap, can you bring up the challengers rumored list?
The leaks, yeah, I can find that for you.
Because the reason why I want to bring this up is because, like, tying into Ken's point, I want it to be clear how much talent is in the league right now and how much talent is out of the league right now. So for these Team Falcons guys to come in and to even dominate for a month, yeah, I'm agreeing with Trey 100%. Those boys stand no chance. I respectfully, Team Falcons, we love you. We appreciate all the hospitality and everything else, right? Don't beat us up in Riyadh and shit. But like, I don't see them doing anything for a month. Like, look at the names right now that you see in challengers. These are guys who are not even in the league, and these guys could take down this Falcons roster, in my opinion.
I mean,
we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely see. But I think people look at it like a little bit differently because of, the teams that played them at EWC were like, whoa, these aren't that bad. But you got to think, like, is anyone realistically going into playing the Falcons being like, trying 150%?
That's true. They could just get caught off guard. Yeah, that kind of thought.
Not even that. Like, I'm saying, like, the players that said they were okay are the same people that went in there just knowing they were going to slam them regardless.
I think Falcons are pretty good, all things considered, at EWC.
Great Twitter clip, Ace. Shut up, Spooky. Temp is a great shout. I don't think Temp is playing. Temp said he's going to college. So.
Wait, Donnie Temp for real? I didn't know that, actually.
You didn't see, check his IG. You can check his latest IG post. He said he just got into school or got into college or something. He's like going to school now. So I don't. I don't know if he's chalking up challengers, but from the look of that post, him putting it out like that publicly, it kind of sounds like he's chalking up challengers in a way. Good for him though. I feel like again, we've talked about this before. Yeah, we've talked about it before on the show, right? Like we talked on our I think 2 shows ago or 1 show ago, we talked about how the salary now is very, very low. And you know, there's no minimum anymore, so you can get paid $30,000 a month or $30,000 a year. So COD just isn't exactly the same promise as it was when he came in the league. You know, when he came in the league on New York, Trey knows as well as he knows. The New York bag in the first year, MW 2019 bag was an insane level. You're not getting anything like that now. So I think it's very, very smart for Donnie to go to college, potentially do college COD. You know, if he decides to do that, get a scholarship to college COD, God bless, and run it up from there. And if an opportunity comes for him or he starts decent in there, come back to the lead or come back to challengers when it's more viable for you.
I mean, it's just smart. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Personally, for me, it's not me. I wouldn't be able to do it. But our school system's a lot different. Like I've already done all of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Over in America,
yeah, it's a bit different.
By the time, very different. I've also got I got a pretty good gig over here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rav, shout out Break. I got a pretty good gig, you know. But no, it's nice because a lot of these players that don't have the opportunities or anything like that, they just rely on scrimming every day, hoping to get a shot in the league. And listen, being in esports is probably the worst job of all time. It's a dream job, but it's the worst job because you could join the league. Look at Pentagram, for example. Let's use Pentagram for an example. Apologies. Grinded his ass off. Finally got a shot. Had one of the worst shots of all time. Never going to get back in the league again.
Is that the GodRx strat? Like GodRx had his shit stint on Ravens, just fucking retired.
Zero job security. Exactly. There is zero job security. There used to be job security. There used to be when you got paid the rest of your contract. But you don't anymore. You get 2 months minimum. I think you might even have to add that into your contract.
You get 2 months minimum, and now there's no minimum either. So there's literally zero job security. You're just doing it for the passion more than anything else.
No, I've never worked at McDonald's. I worked an apprenticeship job where I got paid £300 a month, and I worked at a grain store, and then I took a year to go play COD because my mum and dad supported me on doing that. But they didn't give me any money to do that. They just supported my dream.
And you made it work.
Parents.
What a player.
W parents.
Is £300 a lot? £300 is was it $380? I got paid that monthly.
Yeah. It's at 1.1.
UK job market looking rough. Dope check. Yeah, cheers, Rab. Seriously.
Yeah, all good. You know we got you. You know we got you.
Yeah, no.
I think that's pretty much where we can call it for today. I did have one more clip for just some scrap. He was talking about if LA Thieves, if they do well, he wants to run it back. He's not trying to go elsewhere. I think he's trying to shut down the OpTic scrap discussions again before they even start. But I'm not ruling anything out at this point.
I mean, let's be honest. If they don't get second, if OpTic get first, and they end up second, and OpTic say, "We'll pick you up," he's going. The only way he's not going is if he wins with Thieves. That's essentially what he's saying. He's saying success. Success doesn't mean they win a major. They win 2 majors. That's not what it means. It means, bless me. It means winning champs, getting a ring, or winning 3 majors in the year. Otherwise, 100%. Why would Scrap not go to OpTic, man? He's destined for it, in my opinion.
Well, we'll find out this year.
Yeah, realistically, that's the whole thing. Is does they find success this year? Success meaning multiple major wins or a ring?
I don't even feel like he has to. I don't feel like he has to say that though.
I feel like that's the under.
Yeah,
under
no, but
what success means.
Yeah, but he's basically saying if my team wins, I won't leave. If they do win, if my team don't win, I'm leaving. If I do win, I'm staying. Isn't that what everyone does anyway?
Sorta. I think in his case it's kind of unique because like I feel like him and OpTic is just like a meant to be thing, and a lot of people were saying OpTic scrappy for a while. Like, not to the degree of like Pred, where the guy was on stage playing for a different team and they're yelling OpTic Pred out. That's fucking crazy. But the OpTic scrap thing is definitely a big talking point in the community that he should be, he should end up on that team.
Yeah, no, but it's like it's essentially like me saying, Rab, if we go to every event this year and you pay me nicely, I'm gonna stay. If we go to 2 events and you pay me like shit, I'm not going. I'm leaving. I'm gone. See ya. You know what I'm saying?
Ask your business trip.
It is, seriously. Success is going to keep him staying because that's what he went there for. The same with Toronto. Do you not think if Toronto stayed successful, he would have stayed with the team? Maybe something happens with the budget, but I think if Toronto have a very good year where they win 3 events, they probably end up sticking.
Yeah, agreed. They probably
You know
change maybe one, but he's staying and sees the value in staying with this team. Yeah.
I'm just saying these things don't need to be said. You know what I'm saying? If you're winning with a team, you're gonna stay. If you're losing, like Nature's gonna sit there and be like, listen, if we don't win this year and Scraps on a 1-year deal, he's probably gonna go.
I'll say like this though: if OpTic get like 3rd, let's say for example, and OpTic gets 3rd, they get 2nd, and let's say FaZe wins champs, for example, and OpTic sends the offer, I still think he leaves. I think it's one of those things where he's not itching to leave Thieves, but again, the OpTic offer comes, you sign it. That's just how life works. That's just how life in COD works.
I think Scrap, and I'm not going to speak for him. This is, I'm not saying I'm Scrap and this is what he's doing. I think he plays this very well to the point where he knows he can beat OpTic on different teams, and that's what drives everyone to support him. Yeah, he would have big support on OpTic, but look at what he does without OpTic. I think he likes being on different teams, beating OpTic and still being friends with him and chilling with him, doing all the other stuff with it too. I think that's what he likes the most.
I see that angle. I see the angle you're coming from. I think it's a good angle too. And this year is just gonna be.
I really truly feel like he makes this is what makes him strive to be a better player in that aspect, a better competitor. Is that he could join OpTic and have all the love. This is why he has so many fans. It's why so many people love him.
You think so?
And yeah, for sure.
See your angle.
Yeah, you don't think if he just waited, he could wait and then join OpTic, or it could be in the works and we could see it happen, or there'd be a rumor about it. This guy just wants to beat OpTic, be on a different team, and still chill with him, be friends with him. I think that's the best way.
I think eventually we see, again, like I said, unless these guys win champs or 3 events or something, I think OpTic scraps is inevitability. It's like Thanos. I am inevitable. Boom. He's gonna be there, and we're gonna be like, holy shit! This is insane. I just think that's how it's gonna work. But I think that is a good place. If you wanna call it Rab,
I think that's a good place to leave it. I'll say a couple of words. I'll throw it to Trey, and then I skim around the outro. Thanks for joining us again as ever. Stream. If you're listening on the audio platforms, drop a little 5-star review. You want to. We would appreciate it. Drop a like on the YouTube video. Make sure you click on all the adverts you've watched as well. And if you get one when you leave the video, click on that as well. It gives us more money. I actually have no idea if it does, but you might as well try. Because the rich need to get richer. You know what I'm saying, Trey? But yeah, thanks for watching, Ever. It's good to be back for the start of the new season. Go on, Trey.
It don't cost to like.
That's what I'm saying.
Also, turn your ad blocks off.
Yeah. Turn the ad blocks off.
Now you're being weird.
Yeah. Get followed to us on the Twitch and all the other stuff. We're back in business. The game launches in a couple of days. We're well prepared for the game to be launching. We've got lots of exciting stuff in the works. We've got a schedule coming soon, if not being leaked today, for all the events we're going to be going to this upcoming season. The boys taking over Barcelona is happening soon. So pleasure as ever, ladies and gentlemen.
We love you guys. We will see you in a week or so about that, and we'll see you guys in Barcelona very soon. Black Ops 6. Hype. Like the video. Bye, guys.